casino reopening. And it's like, sure.
At the peninsula, she was there.
Yeah, she was just at the peninsula.
Okay.
For some odd reason. So he does the interview and everything, and then sits back down in my car, and
then from that moment on,
he's
he's
like,
just king shit.
guys, I know it's hard being around me, but I'm just like everyone else. I think one of the times he puts his pants on one hand at a time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then we walked around the peninsula for a bit, saw James Strong.
Nice.
He just happened to be there.
Canoeing.
As
Like
funny
a-
as
Yeah.
that's as funny as that is, I can honestly see Nate getting a big head from that.
He was,
Guys,
I think,
I'm kind of a
oh,
big deal now.
Yeah, so he just kind of, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, he's famous now. He's super famous.
I wish he was on the podcast because some of the movie news that I have today, I think it would intrigue the fuck out of him. Oh well.
Sucks for him. F.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wells.
Oh, so while we were at Popeyes, we're like next up. We're next up in line, ready to get our food. And there's the car in front of us getting their food. As this fucking lady walks up to the drive-through window with a bag in her hand, a Popeyes bag. And we're just looking at her. Just like, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
Where the fuck is my food?
I mean, there wasn't any yelling, so it couldn't have been too bad. But then the person in front of us leaves. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, do I move up? Do I
Like, what the
really wanna
hell's
come in
going on?
contact with this Karen? This potential Karen?
That's wild.
I was scared for my life.
Oh, I bet.
I was
That's
afraid
funny.
there was
They're
going
not
to be
in
a...
Jesus.
I was
ran
afraid there
for
was...
my life.
Yeah. I was afraid that, Karen Geddon was going to happen.
Great. Karen Gadden.
Yeah.
I like
The
it.
Karen apocalypse.
It reminds me of the Mighty Boosh, Nana Gadden.
Yeah. Oh, the Mighty Boosh is great.
It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites.
Okay. So
So how is everyone?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to go whenever you guys are,
Almost there.
and I can hear myself in my stream.
Hello, I can hear yourself on your stream. I can hear.
I got
have
some movie
ears.
news that'll make Schroeder excited. In
Let
the
me
pants.
get that beers. I'm about to donate 50 cheers.
Okay.
Yay, preamble.
Yay.
Talking of
So
crowd
there's-
tonight.
Yeah. There's this dude that came-
Hey, we were talking. He just did his
It was before the preamble.
Yeah.
You guys were talking before the preamble. There was this dude that came into work today, and all he was doing, he was on the phone. He didn't have his fucking mask on, and he was just coughing randomly. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Get out of here."
Get out of here, guy.
I
That's for the
always
fall,
laugh.
Major.
I always laugh when I see people talk about face masks. They're like, "Nope, I'm good, thanks." I posted on Facebook. It's of a child crying, like, "I don't wanna," and the child's crying. It's like, this is what I think when I hear people say they don't want to wear face masks. You don't
Oh.
tell me what to do. I am grown, and I'm an adult, and
Jesus
I
told
do
me
me.
I don't need to wear a face mask. I love there's this one, what was it? Someone said, I think it was Ron Perlman tweeted out, he's like, people complain about the face masks. Oh boy, wait until you hear about seatbelts.
It's
And
just
then
like,
who was it? Another person said, people complaining about face masks. Boy howdy, wait until you're hooked up to that ventilator.
yeah. But no, it's just like I just don't understand why people get so triggered about I don't get told what to
Well,
do.
because it's their American right to not
Yeah.
wear masks.
Yeah, all the
It's
comments
the
are we live in a
founding
communist
fathers.
nation now. But I'm
The
like,
founding
like-
fathers put in the Declaration of Independence that man should not be required to wear a face mask. It's my body, my choice, but that doesn't pertain to pregnant women, though.
oh my god, I see that people like so we live in a communist nation. I'm being forced to wear a mask. No, thank you. I'm like, oh my fucking god, like because we got put a mandatory face mask, Arizona, because we're getting fucking annihilated right now. Us, Texas, and Florida are
getting fucked
just getting like
sideways, like hardcore.
it's not even funny. That they're even thinking that if you travel in one of these 3 states to another state, you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days. They're thinking of putting that into place. Florida, I
wild.
think, had like 7,000 cases
No, it was
like
it was
2 days
close
ago.
to 9,000.
Maybe it was like 9,000, something stupid.
Florida man strikes again.
Yeah.
So they reclosed all the beaches, the bars, and the restaurants, and so did Texas.
Allegheny County. I just got a message on my phone. Allegheny County
Did it
closed
too.
the bars.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just closed
I've
bars.
read that today too.
Yeah, we got a mandatory face mask ordinance that if you're in public, you're required to wear a face mask. The police won't arrest you, but they'll give you a warning and then write your name down. If they see you again, you'll get a citation. And all the comments are like, "No thanks, I'm good. I'll pass." I'm just like, I don't understand.
How fucking so? Oh my god, that also reminds me. God, I just fucking hate this country with a burning passion. Like I really hate it. And I don't know if it's the country or the people inside of that live in the country, but I fucking hate it. I went to McDonald's the other day for breakfast,
Okay.
and right before work, and I'm sitting in their curbside pickup because I like to limit my human interaction during these times.
Yeah.
This one dude, I hear this old guy. He no mask at all, just hacking up a lung. His buddy looks at him and goes. His buddy next to him goes, "What? You
You
got
wanna
that
make out?"
virus or something? You got that virus or something?" And the old guy goes, "Yeah, I got tested earlier in the week, and I have it." And I'm just there. I'm just like,
Get the fuck out of here.
what the fuck are you doing out of your house?
People just don't give a shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just don't care. It's
The
like,
dude tried to go into that McDonald's too. He tried to go into the McDonald's
yeah, no, it
without
just
the face
blows
mask.
my
And I
mind.
think someone just kind of shoot him out.
Like-
Go.
Like, I just don't
go.
understand
Yeah,
like
go.
why it
Go.
hurts people. Like it's like
Because they're fucking babies.
they're fucking vampires getting touched by the cross. Ah, it burns! It burns!
Because they heard
Like-
from their doctor friend on Facebook that, and there was heavy quotation marks by doctor, by the way, for those who are listening. Their doctor friend on Facebook who worked at a doctor's office once, so they know everything about everything.
They went to a
They
doctor's
say-
office.
Yeah, they went to a doctor's once, so they're certified PhD. Yeah, they say that you can get CO2 poisoning from this shit,
No.
and that's why it'll kill you.
Food poisoning. I think the biggest threat is you incubate the virus. You incubate illnesses within the mask when you wear it for a long time.
Well, that's why
So-
like doctors they make you take it off and go for a walk every couple hours. They make you take them off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
That's
good
what they
to
do at Nicole's. work.
ingest the air that's within the mask for a very long time.
Yeah, but
Especially
for
if you
the-
have bad
for
hygiene,
the-
you're smelling your nasty ass breath.
Yeah.
I know, dude. The other day, I was walking around the ID and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. My
For
breath
the
is killing
20
me.
minutes you're in a store, I don't think you're going to die from incubating a disease in your mouth.
Oh no, not at all. No, it's just people. It's just so funny how they're so triggered by it. Like, no, I'm a grown man. I don't get told what to do. I seen that in one of the comments. It was some like it looked like a 50-year-old man. Like, yes, sir. Like,
I
The
see why
drone.
they do. I wear a mask even through the drive-through, just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I do it for the respect of the people in the
That's what
the
people
way I
don't
look
care
at it,
about.
like if you gotta wear it, I'll wear it too. You
What
know?
were you saying, Mark?
Major posted in my chat, said his cousin works as an EMS, and he said that the virus is like a flu, and the hospitals get like $12,000 kickback for each person that they say that has COVID. So what do you
There is
think?
a thing to that.
See, I've heard some reports that wasn't true. I've heard
Yeah.
a few reports saying that that's false.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
There's
don't know either.
probably some truth to it. But,
Yeah, I haven't seen anything saying it's not
but-
true, but I have seen a lot suggesting that it is happening.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
it did happen. It was happening, and then
Yeah,
it came
not
out.
so much
People were
anymore.
like, probably shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, not so much anymore. Now a lot
That's
of the
where all those
cases are
memes-
legit cases.
That's where all those memes about people dying of COVID when they got ran over by a tank or something.
Yeah.
That's where all those memes came from. Was the fact that the doctors in certain states, like there was a full investigation in New York State, where it was happening. Where
Yeah.
basically, if somebody died of pneumonia, they would still say they died of COVID, and they would get actually a lot more. It was like $47,000. It was some crazy ass number. Like
Hey,
if you get X amount of dollars if somebody's reported with COVID, you get even more money if they're put on a ventilator, and then then they get even more money on top of that if you end up dying.
Gotta get
So
the
that's
money
why it was
somehow. They
like,
can't do the liposuction for the fatties anymore.
What?
You're not. That's considered an elective surgery. So things like liposuction, they're not doing those anymore.
Yeah,
They're not doing
that's
those
why
right
a lot
now.
of- That's why
So
a lot of surgeons and stuff like that, a lot of
Hey,
doctors
I'm in that
got,
category.
got furloughed.
Yeah. Yeah, all
because-
My
the
dad's been
elective
stuck-
surgeries.
Yeah.
My dad's been stuck between a rock and a hard place because his hip is like he has no cartilage in his hip.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So he walks with a lot of pain,
Ouch.
and they're trying to say that his hip replacement is an elective surgery, and it's just like,
Technically it
dude,
is.
yeah,
That's
but
shitty though.
unfortunately,
It
but
shouldn't
yeah.
be though.
it shouldn't
that
be.
shouldn't be.
Things like,
Can't even walk, dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy how much pain he goes through.
Even some things like I think liver transplants are technically considered elective.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I think I'm
Which,
just gonna go
as
get
shitty
my
as
liver
it sounds,
transplanted
yeah.
today. You know,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
It's
Any
pretty fucking bad.
I'm gonna
all
start
of
the
the,
Go Live Soon section.
all
So,
of the liposuction, not liposuctions, the shit that people put in their face.
when we're done
Look
talking
at
about
their,
that,
Botox.
Botox.
Botox. There we go.
It's supposed to
Botox.
help with migraines.
what I hear.
All the Botox and things like that, they can't. All that's elective.
Damn it.
Oh.
That explains why I haven't been able to make an appointment.
I legit was starting the process for was going to look into getting one of those bands around my stomach.
You don't need a
Really?
band.
So because my tremendous amount of weight gain, that's why I keep the camera on my face. You can't see my fatness. But that was
I can't see my fatness because I'm not wearing pants.
but I was gonna look into that. Tucson actually has one of the most highly qualified, world-renowned doctors who actually does those. It's not liposuction, but it's those bands the restricted bands that go around your stomach.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me remember what it's called.
Yeah, just go to.
You just gotta
Tijuana.
stop getting so much. Don't get the Uber Eats. Just get some fucking carrots and some fucking. Come on, man.
Like-
If you had a bowl of carrots and some ranch sitting right there, you mean to tell me you
I mean,
wouldn't be
even,
like,
sans the ranch.
Yeah.
Because the ranch would be that just negates any kind of nutritional value you get from the carrots.
you don't want the nutritional value. You just want
Yeah.
the mass because you want to feel full. Fuck the nutritional value. You can take you can take a multivitamin for that. You just want to feel stuff in your stomach. So if it's
Yeah.
gonna be anything, just get the shit that doesn't add to the.
But I
the
went
fat
to
content.
I even went to like a seminar because they have seminars here that explain it to you and talk to you about it. And I was gonna start looking into the process, and then everything happened, and it all went to the wayside.
Just go to Tijuana and have a doctor just put a ringworm in you.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, that is a thing.
It
can go to Mex-
doesn't work, but it
Did
doesn't
you-
work, but
They were doing that for Crohn's disease. There is actually a worm that's found in swine that when it's put into the human body doesn't actually it can't reproduce in the human body, but it can continue to thrive. So they put that worm inside of you, and then the white blood cells that are attacking you attack it instead. It keeps it basically. It kind of keeps him busy.
You
I
ever want to
seen
get your
that
teeth
a long
pulled?
time ago. What?
Buys
If you
the
ever want to
time.
get like a tooth pulled or something,
He's got a bunch of extra toasters for sale.
you can
some
go
twine.
to Mexico and get it done for $5.
Bet I'm going there now.
No, not even
Book my
joking.
flight
Someone
already.
literally told me this.
So what's the guarantee that this is going to actually work?
Nicole's taking
percentage,
care of.
please.
That's when he pulls out a necklace full of teeth.
Trust me,
Nicole,
boy.
unfortunately, has taken care of patients at the hospital before she went to kids who went to Mexico to get their teeth pulled, and their whole mouth is just all
Inflamed.
pus and infected.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
they said
yeah,
it
if
only,
you don't
only
do it
cost them
right.
$5.
Yeah, and then look at how much the
$20,000 in medical bills.
Exactly.
Is it different? I mean, I'm guessing then it's. Forgive me for being behind on my orthodontistry, but can't like as a kid we used to pull our own teeth out. Can't we? You can't do that with grown-up teeth.
They
But
don't
it's
grow
probably you're probably looking at the shit that's being used, like
The instruments
Yeah.
that aren't
Yeah.
properly
Yeah, it's
sanitized.
probably not the
it's
most
probably been in
hygienic.
like a bajillion people's mouths.
It's probably also in a back alley somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Because the exchange rate from pesos to ours, $5 is still not a lot of. It's still pretty close to $5 in Mexico. So I don't know why they charge $5, but I guess
Hold
they
on.
just don't care. Like, oh, Americans are stupid enough to get
USD
this
to
done, so
pesos.
let's do it.
Just need our tooth pulled out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Nicole's taking care of
Alright,
some patients,
so
unfortunately.
$5 is equal to 114 Mexican pesos.
Oh, okay, so there you go. You're making a huge
114.24.
profit.
That's like
Yeah, but how much is a peso worth over there? You know, it's
that's
like a
two snow
cheeseburger.
globes. That's all that I can remember. I've been over there and I just like 400 pesos for a snow globe. That's all that I really remember.
That's wild.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some crazy things. Only 2 hours away. Get that my when I went to the dentist to get the work done on my teeth, I heard him in the next room. He was joking about it with one of the patients.
I do
And
not trust dentists. I wish I could, but I've had nothing but unfortunate experiences with them. They took out my
Knock on
wisdom
wood.
tooth and accidentally knocked out another tooth.
Ugh.
Oh,
And
fuck
then
F.
and then I went and got a tooth over here done, and they accidentally knocked out the tooth next to that one.
Oh. F.
Like, bro. And then when they were working on this one, I distinctly remember because my mouth was numbed up, so I couldn't feel anything. But I distinctly remember him using a tool on the top of my mouth, like on the. And now the tooth that I'm pretty confident he was fucking with is
Hurts.
no, it's broken. It like
Ah.
it was cracked after I left. So it was just like, what the fuck were you doing to the top of my mouth,
See,
dude?
that's what happens. That's what happens when you use that coupon. when you
Ugh.
go to the
No, this
dentist.
was these were reputable places. I
got
don't
you.
know.
When I got
don't
my
know.
wisdom teeth out, I had a bad reaction to the anesthesia. I
I
literally
love the-
didn't eat for
sorry.
like 4 days. What were you
I
saying?
love the last time I went to the dentist. I found like a super nice place in Erie and I went there and like I always fucking hate the dentist. I hate literally everything about it. But I went there and I got everything done. I was like, that was probably the best experience I've ever had at a dentist.
Good.
You-
That's awesome.
Good.
Give me the name. I might need to refer.
Uh,
to it.
Yeah,
I bel-
likewise.
Reichdale Dental, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Huh.
Yeah. They're pretty
And the other
solid.
thing too,
I
is
think
like
I
when
Hammerly
they-
Dental is what I used to go to.
when they do the cleaning on it,
Mm.
they use that metal tool and
Yeah, the little pick.
Yeah.
almost.
and like
Little
they say it
scraper.
doesn't cause damage, but like if you were to go to a molecular scale, I'm pretty sure you're scratching the shit out of the enamel, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
you have to be.
I played devil's advocate once, and I went in and I asked, because I like to do these type of things. I asked, "Hey, I have a friend that chews on pennies," and they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, he has this thing where he fucking puts he just chews on a penny." And I says, "Dude, that's not a good idea. That's metal.
Like a
You're gonna
strange
fuck your teeth
addiction.
up." And she's like, "Yeah, dude, you're gonna mess your teeth up. That's you're chewing on metal." And then she pulls out that scraper, and I looked at the scraper, and I said, "Isn't that metal?" I says, "I'd prefer if you didn't use that." You know.
That's funny. Yeah, when I went for my 2 teeth, it wasn't bad. It still hurt a little bit. I don't know how long it's supposed to hurt for.
I understand it,
Like,
man. Even people
Do a
like
root
you,
canal.
like if you brush your teeth every day
Uh-huh.
and all that, like I have a family member that is ridiculous with their dental work, or just always their teeth are white as shit,
Yeah.
and they still get they still have to go in for cavities. You know, they were suggesting
Yeah.
that that cavities are less like the sugar and all that other stuff does affect it, but not nearly as much as your actual diet goes.
Mhm.
What
yeah,
happens
no,
is
the diet does mean a lot.
people consume a whole bunch of sugar and it causes your sugar levels to spike. So in order to balance that back out, your body will pull minerals from your bones and your teeth. It's just like when a woman is pregnant, their teeth and their bone, the baby pulls minerals from the body, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but that's what I heard. And like when you consume lots of unhealthy food, your body has to try to balance all that stuff out, so it pulls those minerals from your teeth and your bones.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It really
I
does.
saw another study that suggests something similar to your eyes, like screen light and monitors and stuff. They don't actually hurt your eyes really that bad. The biggest problem is the fact that our eyes themselves are not consuming enough sunlight. So that's a thing to look into.
Heck yeah, that is. That makes
I mean,
sense.
there's people that stare at the sun. You've heard of those sun gazer people?
Yeah.
In
Yeah, and they
India,
get
it's
their
like a
eyes
big.
fucked.
I don't think they do. There's this. They're in. I think it's in India. There's a religious thing where they stare at the sun, and there
Yeah.
was actually one guy.
It's like spiritual and shit.
Yeah, and it doesn't mess your eyes up. And
So are you saying that the sun in India is different than the sun here? Because
No, it's like-
outside,
What
go
I'm saying
outside and
is-
stare at the sun.
No, it's
What
the
I'm
spirit
saying is
behind
there's-
it.
don't get fucked up.
what I'm saying is, there's people that have been doing it for years and years and
Yeah.
years and years. Their eyes are just fine.
I think it's just a part of like repetitiveness. You do something, you keep doing it, eventually your body
Maybe.
gets used to it.
Yeah,
I
maybe you have
mean,
to build up
if
to it or
if
something.
Yeah, it's the same. Like if I inject myself with heroin every single day,
Just a
gonna
little
get
bit
used to
at a
the high.
time.
That doesn't
If the
make
Princess
it good
Bride
for
didn't
me.
teach us anything.
Oh no, it doesn't mean it's good for you. But like, there's a UFC fighter who every day for a
Injects himself with
year.
heroin?
No. He had his wife hit him in the shins 100
yeah.
times a day for a
Well,
year
yeah.
to build the calcium over his bones and his shin, so that when he got hit or someone hit his shin, it did not hurt at all
That's
because his body
awesome.
got used to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
They do that in those monks do that. They
Yeah.
kick
Yeah.
a wooden thing over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
It's the same with like people who walk on coals, on hot coals.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
they're
eventually your
it's just
body
so
gets just used to it.
I can't even
That-
walk on
yeah.
the concrete outside.
Yeah. The bottom of my
baby
feet are all
man.
fucked up from the rocks because I walk outside in my bare feet in the 110-degree weather and the
My
fucking rocks.
God, you might as well be walking on
Fucking
coals, dog.
idiot.
So the bottom of my feet are all fucked up.
Don't you
I
live in
mean-
a state where people say you could fry a steak on the concrete?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% you could. Yeah, 100%.
It's just like putting something in the convection oven, my guy.
When I'm fucking
Ugh.
taking the cover out the pool, I'm sitting there, I'm doing a little hop back and forth, like tapping my feet up because I can't fucking
Get like
stand.
sandals or something.
They're in the closet though. It's just.
It's a goddamn joke.
God damn.
Fucking closet always getting in the way.
I can't go back in there, guys.
You have an idea how many years it took to come out?
It's just
Christ,
a
Walker.
different world.
Fucking-
Let's get going though.
Okay.
That was a good preamble.
over.
Yeah, podcast.
Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another episode of the one and only Level Unlock Podcast, episode 74. Yeah, 74 weeks we have been doing this straight with one break when we took in part of the new year. That's pretty much been it. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you enjoy the episode. We got a lot of news today. We got another game conference, which is huge. Got some controversial news. Got some movie news. So there's a lot. So buckle up, strap in, and
Boy,
enjoy.
We have controversial news.
Oh yeah, we
have
always do.
Super controversial.
We
So
don't have controversial news.
yeah, I know, right? This week we are missing Mr. Yokai Blue or Yogi Bear, whatever you want to call him.
Nate.
Mr. Nate James. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he got
Yokai Blue.
interviewed. He got interviewed for the news the other day, and
It's too popular
he's-
for us now.
Yep. Now he's just fuck it. I'm I'm going to the stars the limit for him now. He's just
He's
Yeah.
in Hollywood right now,
Yeah.
auditioning.
he's got a couple interviews. He's got some he's meeting with a couple agents for his next upcoming movie role in his TV spots. So
Right.
His biopic.
yeah. So welcome, guys. As always, if you are looking to become a part of the Lockpick Nation, you can always do so at the one and only patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. Follow us on all the social medias for updates, breaking news, sexy pictures, memes. You know how it goes.
Maybe
As
not the sexy pictures part.
Maybe not the
No.
sexy pictures.
I'm
That's
more
what
I-
individual.
We're gonna be
I
doing
might
a swimsuit
accident-
calendar.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, I'm down.
It's gonna be a fundraiser.
I might
something.
accidentally retweet some porn, on Twitter. Who knows?
Yeah.
You said
it
you'd be
hasn't
more careful
happened
about
yet,
that.
but just to be careful.
Just want to let y'all know it might happen.
Yeah, it might happen. I might switch over to that account by mistake.
Or forget to switch out of that account.
Hey, did you notice
Oh, yeah.
on Discord at the bottom left it has our names? I never noticed that before.
Doesn't on mine.
It has it on mine.
And
It has everyone's names on the on.
Oh yeah, because your mouse is moving over it. Your mouse is over it. Somewhere.
Yeah, because I have our names, but then I also see the actual names. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because it does
Anyways.
that if I move my mouse over,
Oh,
like on Discord.
well, easy schmeezy. So guys, how's everyone been? How's everyone going? James, start with you, man. Never start with you.
Yeah, I didn't really have too much to say about my week. It's been getting the breaking news for the show. Playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Just still grinding away at that. Hit level 42 right before the podcast.
Nice.
Took out a dungeon, so that's been fun. Getting closer and closer to get out of Realm Reborn, and maybe might talk with Ramon to see if he wants to do a little like what we did with Final Fantasy 7 Remake and just talk about a Realm Reborn.
Oh yeah, once you
we're
complete it, you
done
move
with
on to
that.
the next one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So who knows? Still kind of spitballing that around, thinking about it. Yeah, played. I think I did one episode of The Last of Us this week. Still fantastic. I'm still loving it, every moment of it. One thing I want to do with my streams is one thing I really enjoyed was I started doing some things called Let's Take a Look At, where I just play a game, just like a one-off, and just take a look at it. That's fun because it's a nice little change of pace.
Would you look
Might
at
be
it?
something-
Would you look
Yeah,
at it?
Would you look at it? That might
What
be
have
what
you
I call
played?
it. Would
Would you
look at
just
it?
would you just look at it? I'm sitting here looking at it, thinking to myself, would you just look at the ad? I'm looking. You looking?
Jeff, I'm gonna
hope
get
you're
you
looking
to
with
do
me.
the opening. It's just gonna say, would you look at it? It's just gonna
Would
be
you
going,
just look at the ad?
would you just look at it?
I'm looking at it. I don't think there's enough people out there that take the time to just sit back and just just look
That'd be
at it.
fucking awesome.
I'm probably actually going to sometime during this podcast change the name of that playlist and those videos on YouTube to "Would you just look at it?"
I fucking love it.
or "Would you look at that?" Who knows? But yeah, I want to start doing that more. So just been thinking.
My
of different
stream
games to do that.
disconnected again.
Oh, fucking F and chaff.
It keeps doing that. I don't know what the deal is.
My Discord's always has been fucking up recently. Weird.
Make sure you change your settings back from the day we played Ark.
That could be it.
Sorry, keep going, James.
Yeah. Fuck. Other than
What?
going on a real life quest with Jeff and Nate, which we talked about during the preamble that you can check out if you're
Part of the Patreon.
Master Lockpick.
Yes.
Yeah, or Journeyman Lockpicker at the Patreon. Yeah,
It's worse every week.
that's literally all I've done. I've been watching YouTube. Other than that,
I like it.
who wants to go? Walker, you go.
Word, appreciate
You know,
it.
we're gonna switch things up.
Awesome. Thank you. I was on vacation, so we did. I did start off with that. Played a decent amount of Ark. And then also we did Apex too. Played the new the new mode. It's very weird. Shotguns and snipers only. I can never remember what it's called.
Armed and dangerous, I believe.
Armed and
There you
dangerous.
go,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. There we go.
There you go.
The mobile respawn beacons are. It's very interesting. It's a good game.
How does that change the game? Would you say, like having that mobile respawn beacon?
It's end game is weird. You'll have like 8 players left, and all of a sudden they'll spike up to like 20 because everybody waits until like the circle's almost closed, and all of a sudden you'll hear boom, 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 and then it's all the respawn beacons hitting the ground. So all of a sudden the number just fucking skyrockets, and then you see all these beacons. You can see where all the hot drops are, where everybody like just drop straight down because you'll see like 10 respawn beacons right there. So that's always funny. I played with a dude.
What a story.
Yeah, I know, right? I was playing
God,
like
that
the
was funny.
first day that it was out. We landed, and literally a second after we landed, our teammate drops his respawn beacon, and I'm just like, pretty sure we're all still alive. And then there's a giant arrow, the line, the ring was on the complete other side of the map. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why you just dropped your respawn beacon here. There's literally no one around us, and we have to completely go to the other side of the map to be in the circle. Like, okay, whatever. And then he ended up like chilling in the storm for like half a second. Basically, he was almost dead. Then he ran out of the storm. I was like, this guy is not very good at this game, huh? But I have no much room to talk, but he was worse than me. So playing that, during the vacation, went to Great Wolf Lodge, which would be equivalent to a Splash Lagoon. The difference is little smaller of a water park, half the size of the wave pool, but there's more to do outside of the water park. So there's 3 inside the hotel. There's 3 restaurants. There is a bowling alley, a maze. Did you ever see those mazes where you actually like climb up and then you're attached to like a cord and you have to like walk across like ropes and stuff? They had one of those. They had a rock climbing wall, and they have quests that almost reminded me of like a Harry Potter thing. It was like a dragon quest where you got a wand and you walked up to these different things throughout the whole hotel, and you waved your wand at it, and then it unlocked a part of the quest. The total quest could take up to 4 hours. Basically, you have to go through the whole entire hotel, and then the last piece is use your wand to fight a dragon.
Did you say it's kind of like a Dragon's Quest?
Yeah. Not
Like-
like the game.
I was about to say,
But-
not like the game, because
It's
that's not what Dragon Quest is.
It's a quest where you fight a dragon at the end.
Okay.
But for younger kids, you can just buy the wand and pay $5 to have them activate it, and where you just swoosh the wand at it, and it brings up your name, and a little squirrel comes up and dances. So that's cool. So they have there's no wand up here, so they have the wand itself. It's $25. But if you want the piece that goes in the back of the wand, that's like a star pendant, you would think that comes with the wand.
Nope.
Okay, cool. No, it's another $25 for a piece that goes in the back of the wand that's probably about 2 inches high. It was stupid expensive, everything in that hotel. It was cool though. The hotel was huge. Hotel was beautiful. So we did that. Listened to a podcast on the way there and here. Ironically,
what
for
podcast?
somebody who makes a podcast, I don't listen to podcasts.
Oh, I listen to podcasts all the time.
I do. I listen to quite a few podcasts.
My wife was like, "How do you do a podcast and not listen to podcasts?" I was like, "Well, when I'm editing our podcast, I listen to ours. So there's that. So that doesn't count." So it's called. It's actually the number 2 podcast on iHeartRadio right now. It's called Lost in Alaska. Ours number 1. If you don't look it up, but
Yeah, don't look it up. Just be aware that might be a thing. We might be
Yeah,
number one.
Just take our word for it.
We are number one on Podbean,
We are.
aren't we?
Yep.
Still?
Yeah, that's still a thing.
That's awesome.
But it's called Lost in Alaska. Essentially, it was the most. It's being cased as the most intriguing story you've never heard of. It was two Alaskan senators.
Lost in Alaska.
Exactly. In 1970, essentially, two senators are on a plane, and they never arrived. They didn't find the bodies. They didn't find the planes. They found nothing. They started doing research. It actually ended up being one of the biggest American soil searches in history. They spanned, I think it was like 55,000 miles
Wow.
over like 40 days.
Jeez.
Like no search on American soil has been bigger than this. But unfortunately, it got foreshadowed by Watergate and Richard Nixon. And I don't know if it was the Vietnam War or the Cold War that happened at that time. I think it was Vietnam. If I'm not mistaken. Apologize to my
I think so.
history buffs if I'm wrong in there, but it got foreshadowed by that. So basically, it got lost in the shuffle. And a big part of it was actually based in Tucson, Arizona.
Huh.
Essentially, long story short, if you definitely listen to it, it's only 8 episodes, 30 minutes each. So it's not bad, but basically it came down to the aspect of it. Well, what happened to these senators? And throughout the story, they talk different things. And one of the conspiracy theories is there was a bomb on the plane and it blew up because one of the senators' wives, one of the senators who went missing, his wife a year later married a man that was in the mafia and who built bombs for the mafia.
Yes, but what kind of mafia was it? What did they?
The mafia
It
was the illegal trade of cheese. They were the cheese mafia.
Cheese mafia.
Not even joking.
I think I've heard about that actually.
That back in the 70s, cheese and dairy was like a really rare thing. And so their two gangs actually moved to Tucson and started dairy farms and were in the realm of illegal trade of cheese. So you would get a giant brick of mozzarella cheese and it'd be fake. And then the two gangs would go to war and try to kill each other because they were selling each other fake cheese.
What is fake ass cheese? Get your pasteurized food product out of here, you fucking A.
And then it goes in the depth of talking about that, about how the two mafias were being played against each other by people from the inside, pretending to bomb each other, saying it was one mafia and then the other. And it's very interesting. And I looked up the whole cheese thing. I was like, this is fucking real. That's so weird.
How long did the illegal cheese trade be
it's basically all the 1970s.
Really?
Yeah, basically all the 1970s here in Tucson.
You think that the cheese mafia still like exists out there somewhere?
Supposedly, my dad said that there is still people from the mafia that are here, because he worked with somebody that I guess was talking about it the other day, and I brought it up, and he was like, "It's weird that you say that." So supposedly there is still mafia members here.
Highly doubt they trade in cheese though.
Oh no, I guarantee they're not doing cheese. But they moved. They moved here because of it was easier to perform what they wanted to do than going to New York and Chicago, which is where you hear of your big mafias, is in New York and Chicago. So they moved here because of all the land that you had, and then just gave them the ability to perform the
all
legal
the cheese
trade.
they could ever need.
I'm sure that dairy farm was also a front for something. I guarantee it.
Yeah, for illegal trade, for illegal cheese smuggling.
Just the illegal cheese.
Oh, but yeah, I'm like, there's no way that fucking Tucson had a legal trade of cheese, and sure as shit. And when I looked it up, and I was like, it really did. Like, it's like fucking A.
Didn't you say something about like there was a instigator that was friends with both sides?
Yeah, there was also, they talked about a dude as well who was friends with both mafias, that basically were playing. He was playing both against each other. Like there would be a bombing, and this guy'd be like, "Hey, just so you know, this mafia did that." And then another bombing happened, and the guy would be like, "Hey, the mafia did this." And then
Like
the
they
mafia,
gave you some fake ass mozzarella, and then they'd
And
run over
then-
to the other guys and be like, "You know that Gouda you're eating?
Yep.
That's Gouda
Ain't
bullshit.
And
Ain't
then-
real."
the mafias ended up finding out that this guy was doing this, and they killed him. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'll show ya.
I see what you did there. But yeah, that was that was interesting. Yeah, it's called Lost in Alaska. It's an interesting podcast for sure. And like I said, it's only 8 episodes and it's 30 minutes each episode, so not bad whatsoever.
There's another one out there like that that's really good. It's called the Dollop, and they talk
Dollop?
about it's 2 comedians that
The
talk about
illegal
events.
cream cheese or the illegal sour cream trade.
Yeah, and but they talk about things that just stories, and 2 comedians talk about stuff that happened in history. It's pretty funny. It's good stuff. The Dollop. That's another one I recommend. What was the name of yours again?
I was Lost in Alaska.
Is the name of the podcast itself?
Yes, yep.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
one guy basically. He did all this research by himself.
That's funny.
But if we're making podcast recommendations, I would definitely check out stuff you should know and tech stuff. If you want to learn about stuff.
Duff.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a little bit of every stuff you should know is a little bit of it. I learned about juggling today.
There you go.
From there. They talked about juggling for like 45 minutes, and then tech stuff is all about just different stuff in tech.
The last thing that I did yesterday, I played Final Fantasy VII for 9
Holy
hours.
Shit, 9
Did
hours?
you?
I did.
Holy shit! Okay, where are you? Where are you?
I am entering chapter 15, so I am
Okay,
literally
so
almost
you're, like,
done.
right there. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I should probably stop playing this, but it's too fucking good to stop, so I'm
It's
not
too
going
good.
to. So yeah, I
Now,
played
if
it for
only you
9
could've done
hours
that
yesterday.
Before
The game actually
we
came out.
did the well that and like when we actually did the video
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I grinded yesterday. I don't know if I'll play it the rest of the week, so I'm hoping by next Saturday, because Friday and Saturday Nicole works, so she sleeps during the day, so I have nothing else to do, so I'll be playing that again. So hopefully
Hell
by
yeah.
next week, Final Fantasy VII, I'll be done.
Hell yeah.
Oh, real quick, Piff wants me to throw out there. There's another podcast called Dungeons and Daddies, mostly not a BDSM podcast. I've actually heard a couple of episodes. They're pretty funny.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
I heard him talking about it.
Yeah,
I've,
it's a
I've
good
heard
one.
of that podcast. I've never
Let's
watched it
go,
though.
man.
That's it for me though. What about you, Mark?
I'm muted, I think.
You're muted.
You got
Oh.
muted. You moved and you muted yourself.
I think that works. Cool. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Nothing too crazy. My week hasn't been too eventful. I've been having a lot of medical issues, so haven't been doing too much.
You
I
better
did
knock
pl-
that shit off.
I've been playing some Ark and some Satisfactory. I guess that's the most of my games have been doing. Yeah, I think since we started like 2 weeks ago, I'm already at like level 71 in Ark. So
Yeah.
I've been
I feel
grinding
like
that quite a little bit.
I feel like we leveled up relatively quick. I don't know if it's normal or that's just this particular game that we've leveled up fast in. I don't know why, but I feel like I did the same way. I feel like I got pretty high too really quick.
I think we also kind of know what we're doing, so that
That is
probably
true.
helps.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I did this week. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
Watched a bunch of Hell's Kitchen. I guess that's something.
Oh my God! Isn't there like a new season of it?
I don't think they actually announced it yet. Like they did a while ago, and then I don't think they ever actually released it.
Okay.
I don't know if they actually finished it.
Hell's Kitchen's so good.
Yeah, I'm on like season 16 or something.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's still trash. Like
Binge watch that shit. Man, Hell's Kitchen's so good, you fucking donkey.
There you go. I'm on. I forgot to add. I'm on season 7, The Big Bang Theory. I'm almost done with that.
I'm sorry.
Is that on that streaming platform yet?
HBO Max.
Is it?
I still have I have a free trial to HBO Max still, and I haven't used it at all.
Yeah, I forgot I paid for it, so I'm just like, whatever. I've been paying
I'm
for it.
probably gonna
Yeah.
get charged with it, so I'm just like waiting to bite
There's
the
actually a
bullet.
lot of series on that. Friends, that's where all of Friends
I
went.
don't have the time.
All of the Looney Tunes are on there, including the new Looney Tunes where Elmer Fudd doesn't have a gun.
That
They
new
took it
Looney
away from
Tunes,
him.
From the clips that I've seen on Twitter, is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. There's a couple other shows down there, but there's a ton of content on that on HBO Max though. 7-day free trial, but don't forget to cancel it like I did. It's been 2 months now.
I got a 30-day free trial from Crunchyroll Premium.
No,
That's how it gets you, man. It gets you with the free piece, and then
forget about it.
yeah, you forget to shut that shit off. 5 months
Yep.
later, I was paying for a damn Star Wars online MMO or whatever that was. What is it?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah, I was paying for that for like a year before I realized that I was paying for it, or that I forgot to shut it off.
That's fucking hilarious.
Probably about 6 months I paid for Sirius XM.
Did you really?
And yeah, and I just didn't. Well, because it's like you have to call them, and I was like, I don't want to call them. Just let me just cancel online.
Yeah, because they're like, so we will give you it for this much for this long, and they try to finagle with you for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you call them.
The lady that took care of me, she was like great. She was like, I said, hey, I just don't want this anymore. Oh, well, why don't you? I'm like, well, I don't have the MLB channel on there, so that's really the only reason I wanted it. Oh, okay, well, I can get you this. And I was like, no, thank you. And she's like, okay, it's canceled. I'm like, sick. It was this easy. I would have done this months ago.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby.
If you ever sign up for stamps.com, you gotta call them too, and it is a bitch. So don't recommend it.
Yeah.
See how much they like it when I just take my card off a file.
Well, here's the thing. Like, my debit card that I was linked to expired during my, while I was paying for, Sirius. And I don't know how, but it just kind of updated my card. To, like, just still work.
Debit cards
People
are weird.
suggesting Cash App
Yeah.
is like that. What?
So what about you, Schroeder? How's your week been, man?
Good. That's it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's been pretty dope. Staying busy. I've been playing a bit of Ark. We've been
Just
playing
a
that.
bit?
Yeah. Okay, maybe a ton.
There we go.
But you know, okay, I've been playing that too much. An unhealthy amount. As usual, that's how I do though. I do a swan dive into the pool of whatever the hell I'm playing, and then I just be there for a while.
Until you get burned out.
Until I get completely burned out, and then I get depressed because I haven't done anything else for the entire week, and then I sleep for like 2.5 days. But other than that,
And then you
was
pick
playing
another game up for 2 months, and then
yeah,
just the cycle
Dude.
continues.
my knuckle is still like devastated by the amount of Elite Dangerous I was playing. I had to stop because I don't know, just maybe my posture or something, but my ring finger knuckle feels like it has the arthritis or the carpal tunnel or the something, but it hurts a whole bunch. Yeah. So I haven't been playing with that very much lately, but I was playing some Total War, which is really fun. Total War Warhammer. I enjoy that game. I watched a couple competitions online. That's a good time. If it wasn't so damn expensive, I'd get back into it. Vampire Count Army is kind of how I rolled back in the day, but all the hours spent in painting those little figurines, God, those are good, better times. But but other than that, not too much. I finished any shows? No, just more Arc. Any restaurants or anything? No, just more Arc. Yeah, just a whole lot of Arc.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Whole new adventure.
Yeah,
like a
well, we
whole
have the
new game.
Crystal Isles map now, so we've been playing that. If anybody wants to join us for our PvE server, let us know. It's kind of a bitch to get into, but once you're in it, it's a lot easier after that. Actually, over the last like week and a half, we've gotten how many new players? Like,
There's
We
a
got
bunch.
Yeah, we got
like
quite a
8
few
or
new
so,
players.
8, 10 maybe.
Us three, Piff, Major, AIM, I think was in it for a minute.
Steve just started up.
Steve, and
AIM
then you
doesn't
had the
really
other
like that game
guy,
very much.
the one guy that was on the other day.
Mm-hmm. So this server has had the most people we've had on any server so far.
Oh.
So, but like I said, it's kind of a pain in the dick to get on. But yeah, if you want to join, it's a good time. Tame some dinosaurs, punch some dragons in the balls, their shiny balls, and
Not the balls.
yeah, other dragons, you know. But let us know because it's pretty fun. Steve just I was right before I jumped on. I was showing
Oh.
him how to tame.
Dale and Fladry, they're both back on.
Yeah, did Dale end up getting in?
Oh, that I don't know, but I know he was
I think
trying.
Dale's been trying to for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Dale, man, if you're chilling, just let us know what you need, and I mean, you're more than welcome to bring your computer over. We'll do whatever we need to do. But yeah, that's been my week, guy.
Shit. Before we get into some news, James, you want to thank our Patreonos?
Of course, it would be my pleasure. So, massive shout out to Morgan and Jeffrey for your wonderful donations to the Lockpick Guild, or whatever we call it, the Lockpick Nation. There we go.
There we go. Shit. Let's dive in, shall we? Got a couple things of movie news here. Some interesting movie news.
11 pages of news.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
Yeah.
That's all good though.
It took me 2 hours to watch the New Game Expo, New Game Plus Expo.
That's
2
why we love you.
hours.
That's why we love you. So to start, kind of dive right in. So, Jeff's favorite movie in the world just had its 10-year anniversary. Scott Pilgrim
really
versus the
10
World.
years?
Yes. And but with that being said, so they were going to be doing a surprise re-release this August of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But
That ain't happening.
unfortunately,
No
because
movie
of
theaters.
Dave, yes, they are no longer doing that. So what they did instead
They
is
released the
Oh, for
fighting
those that
game on
don't know,
Xbox
Dave is
360.
our super adult term for the Rona.
yes. So what they did instead is they got the whole cast together, and they did a Skype table read of the whole entire script, and the YouTube video will be released sometime next month. So
That's actually hilarious.
So yeah,
I'm
they were good.
surprised. The most hilarious thing about that is that they use Skype.
Yeah. Well, it says a Skype call. I'm assuming it's probably I'm assuming it's probably Zoom, but
And Two Mad hopped in midway through.
yeah. So yeah, it originally will be aired on the EW.com, the which is I think that's a
Entertainment
TV.
Weekly?
Yeah, .com. It'll first be hosted on there, and then the YouTube video will be live. There's no date set for it yet, as to when it'll be out. But yeah, the whole entire cast themselves will be doing a read through the whole script for the 10-year anniversary.
That's pretty
So
cool.
Yeah. Speaking of scripts, this has nothing to do with the script, but nevertheless, James Bond once again has been moved. The release date has been moved again. Originally, it was supposed to come out last month, and then it got moved to August, and then it got moved to November, and it is now being released Thanksgiving Day. It was supposed to come out the beginning of November, and now it is being pushed back 2 more weeks, and is being released Thanksgiving Day instead. Also, the only blockbuster movie that was supposed to come out this year was Chris Nolan's Tenet. That also has been pushed back. That has been pushed back until September. With that being said, I don't know. Did you have news about the Fortnite event, Mark, that they did? You got muted yourself again.
Is that working? Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
it is.
that. I watched a live stream of it as much as I could before. They had some really good, I guess, like anti-capture methods with that actual event, so most of the live streams weren't able to get it. But at least the stories that I read, they were saying it's just like it was cool seeing a movie in Fortnite, but like imagine watching a 2 hour long movie in Fortnite. Like
Yeah, they Inception. They streamed live inside Fortnite.
it's cool, but like apparently it really does not make you want to go back to theaters because it's just not a great experience. It's fun and it's different, but like I don't know
novelty.
that's a
So
good way
kind
of
of
putting it.
weird.
Because
Yeah, I was.
the
Go
night
ahead, Mark.
before apparently there was a Diplo concert in Fortnite as well, and apparently that did really well, and everybody thought that was pretty dope looking. And then they're like,
pretty
"Cool,
cool.
bring a movie around," and it's a little underwhelming.
Like Fortnite would be much better to have like a, like an hour-long concert than a 2-hour movie that's supposed
I
to
think
grab your
Inception's like
attention.
close to 3, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a long ass movie either way.
Yeah. I was watching it, so it reminded me of the Xbox.
Oh, the Netflix app?
Yeah, it reminded me of
Yeah.
that. But the issue is, so instead of seeing your head, you could literally move your character around and walk around.
Inception is 2 hours 28 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, there was some people posted pictures of people being assholes, and a character would stand in front of another character, and so they would somebody yeah, then the person would move, and the other person would then move and stand right back in front of them again. So their viewing was skewed.
Are you guys gonna
Shit.
catch the Pixel Fest or whatever it is?
Oh, the Minecraft
Yeah.
fest. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's April
When is that?
6th and 7th.
What day is it?
I think it was April 6th and April 7th, but it's a
Oh,
giant
fuck.
dubstep concert in Minecraft.
I forgot all about that.
Fuck. I was
Yeah.
gonna buy Minecraft just for that. Shit.
Yeah. The tickets are cheap too, aren't they? Like, didn't we talk about this a couple weeks ago? Wasn't it like
Yeah,
less
they
than
were
10
they were
bucks?
stupid cheap.
Yeah, like literally like $5-6, something like that. You're muted.
Yeah, I forgot all about that concert. But yeah, that was so essentially you were watching Inception,
6th April.
but you saw your character, but then you saw the movie. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
just
like
it was just
That
a
is true.
screen in Fortnite.
yeah, exactly. So it
me
looked
double
like you were watching a billboard from the perspective of seeing your third person character. So it is what it is. He did that in a deal with Fortnite because it was his Tenant movie was supposed to release. So as a way of saying sorry, he released Inception and
Released it on
Fortnite.
Now when's the Inception skins coming?
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I was way off.
I need
Piff.
my Leo skin.
Yeah.
That's real quick,
when
guys.
is it?
That Pixel Fest is unless there's another one coming up. Yeah, I just found the article on it. I was way off. It was 2 months ago, a couple months ago. March
Oh, was it
28th,
already happened?
29th. I
Yeah.
think so. It's expected to be held on virtual grounds resembling the music festival's actual grounds over March 28th and 9th. So we missed it.
Oh fuck.
But that doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like we were just talking about it.
I thought
Maybe
we
there's
did
another
too.
one. I think there's a different one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know
coming up.
what you're referring to. I thought it wasn't until after we talked about it because we had looked it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna keep looking. I'm sure it's somewhere around here.
Let's see if we can find it. Margot Robbie is going to be the new main character of Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Huh.
Fire Festival?
Fire
No,
Festival,
it's
yeah.
not Fire Fest.
No,
It's
Fire
Definitely
Fest.
not that.
Fire
sorry.
Fest.
I'm gonna keep my
This was
mic
a
up for a second.
scam.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Yeah, Johnny Depp will still be in the movie, but the
I'm-
movie is going to more revolve around the new pirate that will be starring Margot Robbie, as they plan to use her to take over the franchise for further movies. There's 3 more Pirates of the Caribbean movies slated to be released.
Christ.
This is the part that I thought Nate would be intrigued by. So the Flash movie is getting a lot of movement. It's going to be the same Flash character that was in Justice League. And it is going to take place on what loosely based off of what is called Flashpoint. So
Oh
in
yeah. Flashpoint in here is really good. Like
Um,
that whole arc.
So essentially, in that arc, the Flash goes back in time to save his mother, creating an alternate timeline where Bruce Wayne dies and his parents live, making Thomas Wayne the new Batman. But they aren't going to use Thomas Wayne. They're going to use Bruce Wayne, and they're going to be using the Batman from the 1980s Batman, aka Michael Keaton, will be reprising his role as Batman in the new
cool.
Flash movie.
That's
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah. So they're not fully basing it off of the actual Flashpoint comics. Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background. My kids are yelling. They're not fully basing it off the Flashpoint. They're loosely basing it off Flashpoint to allow them to create their own new story arc as well as their own path. So he does go back in time and he meets Michael Keaton's Batman. And with that, Michael Keaton's Batman will be brought into the Flash's movie. So for those who've been waiting for Michael Keaton to return as Batman, your wish has been fulfilled.
I love the Michael Keaton Batman movies.
Did you find that, Schroeder?
Yeah, I found one article on it. I'm gonna confirm what I just read.
Oh, okay.
'Cause if what I'm reading is true, it was actually this weekend. Tonight, actually, it's going on right now. Tonight's the last night of it.
Someone should check out. Someone should look at
I'm
Twitch.
double checking. It's called the Electric Blockaloo.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, June 25th through the 28th.
Son of a bitch.
See, spider senses. You're supposed to be.
Yep.
Wait. Block Rave. Wait, what do we got here? Rave Family Block Fest, July 9th through 13th. Here we go.
The electric block. Yeah, it was like the electric blockaloo or something like that.
Well, yeah, the Blockaloo I think is going on now, but there's another one I guess coming up July 9th through the 13th called Rave Family Block Fest. So I don't know if you like EDM and you like Minecraft, this might be perfect for you. I want to check it out just to check it out.
Yeah. It doesn't look like anyone's streaming it on Twitch, by the way.
So it must not be. Well, there could be a copyright thing, maybe.
Yeah, it's on a website. There's a Facebook link to it, and it takes you to a different thing.
Yeah, because why would you pay for it if you could just watch somebody else streaming it? You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Registration.
Streaming it.
Yeah, registration required. I click on it, it makes me pay for it. So that is going on right now. Oh well. Darn.
Well, I'll have to definitely check out. We'll check out the next one. Maybe that'd be a thing for the. We'll talk about it. Maybe our Patreons and stuff will.
We all can do it together.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
And then for the last piece of movie news I have really quick, for all of the X-Men fans, the X-Men 20th anniversary of the first movie was this past week. It's 20 years since X-Men 1 has released.
Christ, really?
And yeah, and it was actually kind of funny. They all got together on a Zoom, and Hugh Jackman was talking, and then all of a sudden Hugh Jackman goes, "What's going on here?" And then Ryan Reynolds popped in to the thing, and Ryan Reynolds starts talking. He's like, "Hey guys, do you mind if I join you?" It's actually pretty fucking hilarious. And they were like, "Yeah, we were all in X-Men together." And then Halle Berry and the other guys and Patrick Stewart, they were like, "You were in Origins. That doesn't count." And then Ryan Reynolds starts talking and basically making fun of him. And then he brings the people from X-Men Origins in, First Class, the other Professor X, as well as the Jean Grey from the other movies. And everyone else leaves, and it just leaves Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman there. And then they kind of have a little back and forth, and then it ends with, "Hey, you know what this means now? This is a X-Men Origins party." And then he brings in who played Sabretooth in the movie, and Hugh Jackman's just sitting there shaking his head like, "God damn it." For those who don't recall, the X-Men Origins is where you first saw Deadpool, but you saw him with his mouth sewn shut and everything like that. It was a completely different Deadpool. So, but it was quite funny. That's all I got. Do you have anything other than the new game show, whatever it was, James?
Yes, I have a few things.
Okay.
By a few things, I mean, two.
Okay, and then Mark, and then I'll finish.
Yeah, I guess we can also talk about the super secret Pokemon event too after the New Game Plus Expo.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys like Apex Legends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Apex Legends.
It's a good time,
It's a really good
except
time.
that I don't ever play it because it pisses me
So-
off.
Yeah. According to this is from IGN. According to EA CEO Andrew Wilson, Apex Legends is scheduled to soft launch on mobile devices by the end of 2020.
I don't know why.
As recorded by Apex Latest on Twitter, Wilson was speaking about mobile business growth on an EA Fireside Chat on June 22nd, 2020, and said, quote, "We have PvZ3 in soft launch, Plants vs. Zombies 3 in soft launch. We've talked about having Apex Legends in soft launch by the end of the year. You've heard me talk about 6 or 7 other games in various stage of incubation or production or in finalizing phase. We feel very good about our mobile business." So yeah, looks like Apex Legends. I don't recall them ever really talking about Apex Legends coming to mobile.
No, that's the first I've heard of it, which is weird. I don't know why these like Fortnite,
surprise
Call
me.
of Duty. Like, I don't know why they come to mobile.
Yeah, it just
Kinda.
Well, they
hit
do
another-
well, and it's another demographic.
Yeah,
That's true.
you get that casual crowd or the people that just can't get enough of Fortnite or their Fortnite or their Call of Duties or their PUBGs.
That is true.
PUBGs.
The last thing that I have is there's a game called Shakedown Hawaii. It's apparently like it's a 16-bit according to Engadget. It's a 16-bit retro action game. Apparently it's I think it's already out. I can't confirm nor deny it, but
I think I've heard of it.
yeah, but that's not why it's making the news here. The reason it's making the news is because it's coming to 2 very interesting consoles. Can you guys take a guess on what they are?
The Jaguar and the Dreamcast.
And
No.
Ouya?
No.
The
Think more
Vita.
recent. No.
The Wii.
Yes, that's
Really?
and the other is the Wii U.
Wow.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the Wii version will launch Thursday, July 9th in the UK, and the Wii U version sometime in August. The game will be $29.99 upon its July 9th release. However, it's limited to 3,000 copies. Details on Wii U and Steam versions coming in August. So yeah, if you guys have a Wii, or if you're like the only person in the world that has a Wii U, you can get a brand new game in 2020. What the fuck is 2020 anymore?
They only have 3,000 of them.
Yeah.
This year is crazy.
It's
Just
so weird.
crazy.
It's so weird. Yeah, that's all that I have, and then we could talk about the New Game Plus Expo and the Pokemon event.
What do you got, Mark?
I got a few things I guess I could talk about. So on Friday, Microsoft said that they're going to plan to close all of their physical Microsoft Store locations across the U.S. and overseas permanently. So
I honestly thought they did that already.
me too. I didn't really think they had too many standalone Microsoft stores, but it looks like they're closing all of their physical locations and then focusing efforts on Microsoft.com.
I guess it's all but 4.
Yeah,
they're keeping 4 of them.
They'll have 4 main locations in London, New York City, Sydney, and Redmond as a Microsoft Experience Center, but none of those locations will actually sell Microsoft merchandise.
That's weird. Then why even have the area?
To educate people. That's the only thing I can. I don't know
Just
what
the
a
Microsoft Geek Squad.
Yeah, I don't know what a Microsoft Experience Center would entail, but I would assume you learn about the Microsoft experience.
Yeah, maybe play around with the
Latest and greatest
HoloLens.
technology.
Yeah, who knows? Like, look, you can get a 3D printer for this. We can't sell it to you, but you can do stuff. It's like, wow.
Here's the link to order it on Microsoft.com.
Yeah, here's a QR code to Microsoft.com. Have a good day. Looks like the hit indie game Disco Elysium is going to be made into a TV series.
I still need to play that.
Me too.
I hear it's great.
But the developer, ZA, yeah, the developer ZAUM and production house DJ2 Entertainment have unveiled plans for a TV series based on the detective RPG. It's still super early in development, and they don't even have a writing team or anything for it, but they're hoping to pitch the show later in 2020. So
Nice.
I'm sure Netflix will pick it up.
yeah, apparently DJ2 is the same production company that brought you the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh,
So
nice. Sick.
I would assume they do pretty well because they also work with other games like Life is Strange and Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs. I don't know about that
I
one.
miss Sleeping Dogs. That was the you remember the true crime games?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the sequel. It was originally it's a really weird story because it was called Sleeping Dogs, and then they changed it to True Crime Streets of Hong Kong. And then when I forget what company folded, and Squeenix bought it, they changed the name again back to Sleeping Dogs. It's really good. I would recommend it. It's fun.
I haven't played it in a while. I just remember when it first came out on Xbox 360, there was a shit ton of bugs.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, it was a buggy mess.
There was so
The
many.
remastered version's better.
I'll have to
fixed
take a
lot.
look into that. Do we want to talk about the Dr. Disrespect ban at all?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so good old Dr. Disrespect has been permanently banned, supposedly, from Twitch. And any of you guys have more insight on it? Because there honestly isn't too much information.
There's really not a whole lot to it. It's still completely everyone's in the dark right now, including apparently Dr. Disrespect.
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
also in the dark on why you got banned.
So I watched the last 10 minutes of his stream. It was kind of weird. So basically, it starts off. He gets a phone call, and then his demeanor like completely changes. He looks at his phone, and he kind of just sits there and goes, "Well, let's play some games." And then he was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna be okay. Gonna be good. No worries. We'll make it through this as always." And everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Like in his chat's like, "Why do you keep saying we're gonna be okay?" And then something happens. He looks over. He's like, "Fuck!" And then his stream like abruptly ends.
That makes me think like this is a work.
Yeah, and a lot of the
like that.
rumors.
Oh?
So
Yeah,
some of the, go ahead, James.
Twitch wouldn't just call him up midstream and be like, "Yo, your bitch ass is
He's
banned."
on the phone.
Yeah.
So there is a couple different theories. So that's one of them. Another one is that he got raided by the police. And supposedly there's police reports of the person who called him was his wife, saying the police are outside. And then when he said "fuck," there was a rumor that they actually broke into his house and raiding his house because of accusations that were put against him. So Twitch right now is actually banned about 15 different streamers that have had allegations against them of sexual abuse, harassment, racism, basically different things, the comments they had made, things they had said, along those lines, and Twitch is cracking down.
Smart. They
Hateful speech, conduct, whatever it may be, as well as they've been banning people for copyright. That according to what they said, the copyright side of it has nothing to do with Dr. Disrespect. They have banned other people though, for illegally using music on Twitch, for their own gain, not just like playing music in the background for like while you're
That's all they
streaming,
do.
not that, but actually like using music and calling it their own, and it wasn't theirs.
Oh, good, because I pirate Aim Rights music all the time. Don't let him know.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's still a lot in the unknown. Dr. Disrespect did post on Twitch that he loves and appreciates his fans, and he thanks them for this hard time, but he still does not know why Twitch banned him, and hopes to get answers soon. But there's a lot of theories, a lot of things going on as to why he did. Some people said in a couple of his streams in the past that he has made some misogynistic claims. Obviously, we won't get into that because we don't know the truth, rather or not. But there's been that. There is a movement going on right now. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. It's like speaking out or something like that. A speak out movement.
Twitch.
No,
Well, I mean,
it's
there's blackout Twitch going on.
no, it's where people are
Speaking out
talk-
about their sexual assaults in
yeah.
different communities.
I think it's just called like speak out. Yeah, speaking out is what it is. Like companies like WWE, right? They've gotten ransacked by it. Things along those lines by people coming out and accusing different people, different
people
things.
in the gaming industry.
So
Lot
So
of things in the gaming industry.
Twitch is hardcore cracking down. But hopefully we'll have more
As-
information as to why Dr. Disrespect got banned. But from all the news sources, that it is what he got banned for is permanent.
Yeah, I mean, they need to make an example.
Yep.
Especially of like big streamers or big people on your platform. Just to show, hey, we're not fucking around. No one's immune. Good on Twitch.
It was. Go ahead, James. No, I mean, go ahead, Mark.
Speaking of Twitch as well, they actually got a nice lawsuit handed to them this week from the Superior Court of the state of California about their sexually explicit or not explicit, suggestive streamers. TLDR, there's this one dude that's just like, hey, I have all these, I suffer from depression, OCD, panic disorder, agoraphobia, and Crohn's disease, and because of these maladies, I rely on the internet for my entertainment, and due to Dave, I have to stay home for entertainment, and all I can do is be on Twitch, and I also suffer from a sex addiction due to my OCD, so because of Twitch, I am more addicted to sex, and I need $25 million and repercussions.
Oh my goodness gracious! So does that mean I can't play games with my cleavage out anymore? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Twitch gonna ban me?
Yep.
It's essentially
this?
aimed towards all the people in just chatting.
Yeah,
Because,
if you look it up at all, you can find the actual legal document that they submitted to the court. They have pictures using examples as well, so it's
There's a lot of people riding the fine line. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I read most of this document because I was interested in it. It's not written very well. I will tell you that much. Like it's.
Oof.
I don't want to sound like a piece of shit, but it's like it's like a high schooler wrote it or something. Like it's just so to the point, but like at the same time, it's like you could have used a better word to describe all this shit. But instead,
Sounds like the dude went to that one, lawyer office that's inside the mall.
yeah, it was like $5
inside
for a lawsuit.
Didn't you say that he's also sued Google and stuff as well?
He has sued Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and Blizzard in the past. So, yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue everyone.
that's
Yeah,
all that I
I-
got
I-
for news.
Like I get where he's coming from, but yeah, $30 million is like. I honestly think the court's gonna be like, "Are you high? What's going on there?"
Well, you always aim high. You always go high, and
Yeah.
then accept low.
That is true.
Well, he does
Uh,
point out in the document a few times that most of the people on Twitch are probably under 13. And that's where a lot of these
Mhm.
people are probably
good
making
point.
their revenue. And if you're implanting these desires into these young kids, then they can be liable for it. So it's interesting how it is. It's just
Yep.
it needs to be redone.
Yeah.
And to continue that topic, kind of going back to the beginning, the Twitch of the allegations. As of yesterday, two top senior game creators in Ubisoft have been suspended via ongoing investigation into sexual misconduct allegations. They've had multiple claims put against them, and they have now been suspended by the company. They are the two creators that help basically make Assassin's Creed. Are the two main publishers of the Assassin's Creed games, or the two that got suspended. as well as Dying Light 2 Studios has cut ties permanently with the writer, as he had allegations put against him as well. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the gaming world right now.
Good on the people that are brave enough to speak out. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Little game for Mr. James. The Last of Us Part 2 is selling really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
top,
is.
Top game. It's the fastest selling game in Sony history.
Yep. 4 million copies in less than 3 days it has sold.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. While you were
Oh,
gone.
did we? Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. It just showed up in my news feed today, so.
Yeah, no, it's been selling like absolute crazy, and Naughty Dog's taking all that hate right to the bank.
So hey, it works for them. So yeah, they are. It's phenomenal.
My chat's gonna get me banned over here.
We talked about it last week about Mixer shutting down. So it wasn't confirmed at the time, but it is confirmed now. Microsoft is officially partnering with Facebook Gaming. Together, the two will collab, utilizing the Xbox Series X and the xCloud, as well as Xbox's on-demand streaming service will be integrated into Facebook Gaming. With that, you still have two big names that have not decided what they wanted to do. It is being rumored that Ninja will be going to Facebook Gaming. It has not been confirmed, but he did just get a $30 million payout from Microsoft. Shroud, the other huge streamer who moved over, is getting a $10 million check written to him. So basically, they are getting their whole entire contracts given to them in one lump sum, except for Shroud, as he did not meet the criteria of streaming hours that was met in their contract, so he's not getting as much. But yeah, Ninja's getting a $30 million check written to him by Microsoft.
Hell yeah.
Gee whiz, man. I
Good
told
for
you
him.
guys. I told you guys a while ago, man. The Facebook gaming, as long as they keep working on it and they have been getting better and better at it, it's gonna be a big contender.
Yeah.
I still highly doubt it, but
Hey, it has not been said whether or not Facebook Gaming will be integrated into the Xbox Series X to give you the option to live stream directly to Facebook as Mixer does now, but it is something that Phil Spencer said that they are looking into. So basically they
just
are.
give people the option to stream to all the different platforms.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
Like,
if
let
they're
them
partnering
decide.
with Facebook, they're not gonna let you do Twitch
Yeah.
though.
No, but it just well, fucking Microsoft streams to Twitch.
That is true.
The Xbox streams. It's always on Mixer, Facebook, their website, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah, but they're also Facebook is utilizing. Well, Microsoft is hoping Facebook can utilize its 4 billion people that have a Facebook account to take that side of the gaming industry and just take it above and beyond and
Yeah, why
introduce.
hasn't it yet though?
Because it hasn't had. I don't know the opportunities I think Microsoft can present to it, especially now with them being able to stream with their streaming on demand. I think that brings another opportunity that Twitch doesn't have. Like Twitch doesn't have a service like Google does. Google has YouTube, like Google Stadia. Like them two are together. Microsoft and Facebook are together, and now Twitch is by itself. So Schroeder's like dying over here.
But Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all the money in the world.
Yeah, they have unlimited funds. Literally unlimited funds.
Schroeder's dying of laughter. What happened?
It's just really inappropriate on my stream right now.
Okay.
Oh, the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So, with that being said, Microsoft does apologize for getting everyone's hopes up for a new Perfect Dark and Fable games. Throughout the year, they have there was two Twitter accounts made. One was at Fable, the other one was at New Perfect Dark. And it come to find out that they were made by somebody when they followed the IP address. Someone from Microsoft actually made those Twitter accounts.
Well, we know that they're never making a new Perfect Dark, because that would be Rare's job, and Rare's not doing anything anymore. And
Sea of Thieves. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And shitty, like, well, they were making shitty Kinect games.
Oh yeah, wasn't there? Don't they have one other game that they're working on, or they talked about recently? I'm probably remembering it wrong.
No, there is.
might
I can't find. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, they came out and apologized. They do not know how the two Twitter accounts came to be, and they don't know why someone at Microsoft would make these two accounts, getting people's hopes up, thinking that they were some type of Easter egg for a new Fable and Perfect Dark. I've never played either one. I played like 5 minutes of Fable. It seemed like it was an interesting game, but I know a lot of people love them.
Fable 1's good. Fable 2 I really liked. Fable 3's trash.
Really?
Oh, and then there's that Fable Kinect game. That's
Never played
even
that
worse. Perfect Dark. Do you like GoldenEye 007?
Oh, that's I knew it looked familiar.
Yeah, it's just GoldenEye, but better.
I got you. For those who like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Oh God, I'm sorry for every single one of you. Fucking enjoy a good game.
That is coming out August 27th, and next week they are dropping they are considering one of the most generous demos in history.
It's 16 dungeons.
Yep.
Fucking Christ.
Which is pretty much half of the game is what they are releasing in a demo.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, they would get so much flack because people would play, people would pick up Crystal Chronicles, and they'll be like, oh, a new Final Fantasy game, can't wait to play it. And then they realize how fucking terrible Crystal Chronicles is.
No, they're giving it to you for free.
The game was free.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I don't feel like reading it. A couple other last three things that I have. So we talked about Skate 4 and how a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago at this point, I think, or last week, about how Skate is back.
Oh God, I'm so excited.
But it may not be back in the sense that we think it is.
What? It's gonna be a graphic novel, isn't it?
So it's coming, but it may not be called Skate 4. A different company is being used to help produce and create this game than the original, and they are in talks of calling it something else. They haven't said what it is, but it may be similar to something revolving around like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, where they may be utilizing a bigger name to help drive the game and help drive the sales.
They don't need to because it's Skate.
Yep. A lot of people nowadays aren't going to know what that is. They're going to be like, what the fuck is Skate? Why people know who Tony Hawk is.
People don't really know who Tony Hawk is anymore.
Yeah.
Children don't know who Tony Hawk is.
The Birdman.
That is true.
Himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we all know who Tony Hawk is.
Yeah.
Because we grew up watching him do sick fucking 900s every day.
Playing
every day.
Pro Skater 2 on the N64, you know?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Like, we grew up with that. Kids nowadays, they grow up with TikTok.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk isn't pulling off sick 900s on TikTok. Well,
He could be,
I
though.
don't know.
Yeah.
He could be. I don't know. I know he's posting sick, funny shit on Twitter
Who, Tony Hawk?
about his everyday life of people being like, "Oh, Tony Hawk, like that skateboarder." Yeah. I wonder what he's up to right now. Oh, I don't know. Maybe something like this.
That's funny. Yeah,
Actual conversation he had at an airport.
It may not be called Skate 4. It may just be called Skate. They haven't decided on what they are going to be naming it, but it may They're hoping that they can just call it Skate and people will understand what it is without having calling it Skate 4. Last three things. I already said that, but now this is the last three things. Square is not having a press conference this year. Instead,
forgot
what
to
they
put
are
on there.
doing is once a week for about a month and a half, they will be releasing a trailer for a new game. They will announce multiple games each week for the next 2 months.
Jesus Christ.
It is not said when that will be, when that will start, but they are looking to start mid-July and to end the last day in August. So instead of having one big press conference, they're spreading it out over the course of basically 2 months, where they will be releasing news of everything they'll be doing. And it is rumored that we will get confirmation and acknowledgement of what the next chapter of Final Fantasy is.
Yeah, it's wait, of like 7 or of
7.
Well, it's going to be roaming around the world.
Yeah, but to like what extent though? They're not
Going
gonna
to
put the
Nibelheim.
they're not gonna put the whole end game in one other disc. That's the only thing. I think they'll give us a teaser, a little sprinkle of, hey, you can do this. It's just gonna be Cloud stepping out of Midgar and like Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
No, and then it's just gonna you're just gonna see an eye and a gun, and then it's just like, oh shit.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 7 Part 2.
Yeah, that's all it's gonna be. QuakeCon 2020 has just confirmed that it'll be a digital event this year, and it'll take place August 7th through the 9th.
I like how QuakeCon's a thing, and yet we haven't had a Quake game in like over 10 years.
I don't understand why. I really don't.
Well, we had Quake RTX.
Yeah, I don't even know what they even talk about. They say it is known as the world's biggest LAN party.
Yeah,
Like-
that's all it is. It's just you just play Quake and like Unreal Tournament.
And eat
Really?
pizza.
Yeah, in a big warehouse.
Bethesda is also rumoring to be having a show in the next 2 weeks.
Oh great, we get to see nothing. See Todd Howard release fucking Skyrim on the
Yo.
PlayStation 5.
If they release another mobile game, I will literally shit myself.
Oh man.
Look, I
Skyrim
know you.
Mobile.
I know you
let's
guys
go.
wanted a new app on
I
your
thought
phone.
they already had that.
Elder Scrolls Blades. I don't know if it
Yeah.
actually fully came to fruition.
No,
or
it never
not.
did.
Yeah, I think it went into beta, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck it," and that's it.
It's terrible.
Hey, Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield might be announced. You never know.
I mean,
Well,
they
they
were
were
announced like
announced.
2 years ago, but
Yeah.
like,
Didn't they just drop something new for online for Skyrim Online? There's like a new.
Yeah, they dropped for you mean Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
It's not Skyrim Online.
I knew
Sky-
that. I just made sure you did.
the Skyrim
Everybody just
Online
calls
thing's a
Elder
different.
Scrolls Skyrim now.
That's
It's
the
just
same thing.
synonymous. It's like adhesive bandages or band-aids.
I honestly, for the longest time, thought it was the same thing. So there's that.
No.
What a
Skyrim's
noob.
just,
What a
Skyrim's
pleb.
just a video game in the Elder Scrolls universe. It's another broken, mediocre game from Bethesda in a very broken and mediocre series. Fight me, internet, right now.
Trying your best.
Skyrim, the continent.
Yeah,
the
actually,
continent
something
they're
like that. The last piece of news that I have is a little Debbie Downer. Unfortunately, we have to go
The
there
only
though.
good Elder Scrolls game is Elder Scrolls Online because it wasn't made by Bethesda. Continue.
I have heard that too. I bought that and I returned it like the next day because I didn't know how to start it.
It's free to play now.
Oh, of course.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, it was. It wasn't.
That was like $60.
you just
Yeah.
have to buy it now.
You still, yeah, you just have to. No, actually, I don't even think you have to anymore. I think on PC you could just download it for free, and then you can get
Yeah.
handicapped super hard by not paying.
Okay.
That makes sense.
They could
So,
do the skins and everything like usual, probably.
oh yeah, I guarantee it.
Inventory slots, the amount of money
Ugh,
you can hold.
I hate that crap. I hate the fact that inventory slots are a fucking premium item.
You want to carry this?
hate-
Okay,
I fucking
$15
hate
a month.
How
Yeah.
a lot of games, like Star Wars: The Old Republic and ESO, the free version, you can only have so much money in your wallet, and then it goes to like an escrow account.
Yep. Yeah, that's stupid. I don't
So
understand
dumb.
that either. So last thing, boys, it's a little depressing. Our childhoods are another piece of it's getting taken away. So we lost Kmart, we lost Sears. Are they gonna lose J.C. Penney's?
Probably.
We lost that in Erie. It was that one with the ball pits in the laser tag arena. I don't remember what that was called. It was in Erie. It was on like 12th Street.
Crazy. There was Crazy Maisie as well.
Crazy Maisie's. Yeah, there we go.
I don't remember Crazy Maisie.
I do.
And good old Mouse himself, good old Chuck E. Cheese,
Oh, I did
Charles
hear this.
Entertainment Cheese.
has
Yeah.
officially filed for bankruptcy. They filed for
Title
Chapter.
11.
Yep.
Oh my
Um,
god. Did you guys hear about the shit that's been going down at Chuck E. Cheese's
No, what?
recently? Oh my
No.
god. So I think like 2 kids went missing.
That
At a
might
Chuck
have
E.
something to do
Cheese,
with their.
Another Chuck E. Cheese on like the
What?
same day, a guard was like reporting that there was like the animatronics were acting weird. Another
Five
security,
Nights at
another-
Chucky's.
another overnight guard died at a Chuck E. Cheese. It's 5 Nights at Freddy's.
That's fucking insane.
It's becoming
I have
real.
to look into this. How did the guy die?
I don't know. I didn't read into it, but I just saw
He didn't
it.
get eaten by
Animatronics
animatronics.
ate him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow, you need a
43
suit.
years. It is. It's going bye-bye. 734 restaurants around the globe will be shutting down for good. Only a select few will remain open until the end of the year, where they will look to hopefully resurrect the company. If not, they will all be closed. They are $35 million in debt.
That's it. I figured there would be more in debt.
No, sorry, billion.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Oh.
Sorry, billion.
That's better.
Yeah, with a
That's
B.
what I expected.
Sorry, billion.
Yeah,
I
if
was
I'm
like, what do you mean? That's a
correct,
ton of money.
They bought like a bunch of chains like 5 or
Yeah.
8 years ago or something, and then just constantly could not get that debt, and the interest just kept building.
Yep.
So
What about all
mean
my
being able to-
coins?
You mean being able to order food from Chuck E. Cheese on DoorDash hasn't been helping?
Yeah. Hey, their
I
pizza
kinda-
honestly isn't that bad.
I kind of, like, no joke, want to order one of their pizzas just to remember how it was.
You better
Um,
do it quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
better
well-
do it quick. Like, right now.
That just sucks because they like my kids loved it there. I didn't really
It
get to
says the
go when I was
pizza's
younger.
trash
My
now.
mom hated it so much.
my
She
parents
hated
hated
all
it
the-
too.
I was terrified of the mouse.
They hated all the screaming kids and shit, so it was never a thing we ever went to.
I was
So-
terrified of the
Icky.
germs.
I also feel that when they changed everything to one coin, I don't think that helped either. Because it used to be like some of the games were like 6 coins plus, and they changed everything to one coin.
Well, to
So I
get
don't-
people in.
Yeah, so I don't think that helped. But yeah, they $35 billion in debt.
What they
so they
needed. Well, didn't they also start selling alcohol?
they did for adults.
Yeah.
That's honestly a
So it
smart
gets
idea.
super lit and then
Yep.
just run around the
Yeah.
ball pit for a couple hours.
Like that's
Well, I
why
mean, if
Dave and
you're gonna-
Buster's is so successful. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
And will
really
they
think of-
learn?
It's all of us that grew up with Chuck E. Cheese.
That just
now
don't
it's
want to
like-
go back to it. Yeah,
Yep.
Well, because it's weird if we go into a Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, that too.
Like, if
Yeah.
4 of us walked into
Where
Chuck E.
is the
Cheese right
adult
now,
Chuck E. Cheese?
It's Dave
yeah,
and
it's called
Buster's.
Dave and Buster's.
Round
Yeah,
1.
Round
Yeah,
one.
Did they-
one.
But that's just an arcade. I'm talking like ball pit, jungle gym.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Fucking-
Jeff, okay, hold on. Wait a second.
What? If they can make
McDonald's-
skate
If you were to
parks,
go into a ball pit, I know at least me, I would never be able to get out. Same with the jungle gym. I would never be able to get out. I would die in that place.
I've been lost in here for hours. I can't find my way home.
That's why they got rid of him in Chuck E. Cheese to begin with. A kid suffocated because he couldn't figure out how to get out, so he got trampled to death.
Oh my
That's what-
gosh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then also all the pee and band-aids.
And
All
now
you
also
do is
because it was absolutely
germs.
disgusting too.
The germs.
Oh yeah, that would be a Dave nightmare
Natural
if you had a
selection.
fucking
A Dave
ball
Green
pit
Brown, if you
nowadays.
will.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but a child dying in a ball pit is just natural selection at work. Sorry, like, if your kid can't get out of a ball pit, then
He wasn't gonna get out of anything in life.
Anything, yeah. At least it was a ball pit.
At least he went out laughing and giggling. Probably not, but
Oh god.
Well, there was probably a few, like a little time before the end that he probably wasn't as thrilled.
cheery.
Yeah.
Before the end.
Before event, he had a good time. So that's all that mattered. Oh my god.
Well,
That's the
they
greatest
had
thing I've heard.
there was the ball pit in the mall at the McDonald's here,
Yeah.
and they cleaned that shit out, and they found like firearm. I think
The
they found like a
most
gun
dis-
and
yeah.
knives and
Yeah,
like
I remember
syringes
that.
and shit in there.
Yeah,
because
that's why they
people
got
would be
rid of
like-
it.
Yeah, people would be like shooting up at the ball pits.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have the adult Chuck E. Cheese.
That's the one on
Exactly.
Peachtree,
People
right?
would just be shooting up at the ball pits.
yeah, at the mall in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they fucking tore that shit down. They're like, okay, this is going away.
Yeah, they remodeled that not too long ago, I think.
But yeah, that was.
I think they're still remodeling it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not too sure.
They've been remodeling it for like the entire year.
But I'm just saying, if there was an adult Chuck E. Cheese type place with like industrial, because you would have to have industrial strength
Oh yeah,
slides and all the other shit, I would go. That'd be fun.
I think
That'd
it would
be
be
a
too.
blast.
Fucking you serve alcohol and shit there. You just have a bunch of adults
That
getting
would be
drunk
a
going on
terrible
slides.
idea.
They just have
That's
to
what
sign
would
a
make it
waiver.
so good.
It's okay.
Yeah, you gotta sign a waiver. That's all.
It's like the jump parks. You go to the jump parks. You sign a waiver saying if you get hurt or break your leg jumping on our trampolines,
But
Right.
you gotta
Sucks to
do it
suck.
before you give them drinks.
If
Like,
natural
that's okay.
selection gets you,
Yeah.
then
Before you come in, I need you to sign this, sir. It's like, why? I'm
Yep.
not gonna do anything. It's like, sign it.
for
Sign it.
for shits and giggles, the one day I
I'm
decided
sitting
to
over
read
there.
one of those jump park waivers, and it legit says if literally up to death. If you die jumping on their jump park, jumping on their trampolines, you are doing it at your own risk, and they are not reliable for anything at all. And you're signing that all away when you go to those jump parks, like the Get Air and shit.
well,
I
if your
for su-
ambitions are high enough at the jump park that would
Yeah.
cause you to break a limb,
Like, I'm just gonna see how high I can jump on this.
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can grab the rafter up there.
Yeah. For all the people that want to attempt backflips for the first time.
I've never been to one of those places to do a bunch of bath salts when I go to the jump park. What are you doing this weekend? I'm getting high. I'm getting real high.
Going to the
And then,
park.
and then we're gonna go fucking jump on some trampolines. Just bulldozing the kids over. Fucking get out of my way.
Fucking job, boom.
And then I'm doing a front flip into the pit. But yeah,
You
those.
see a herd of people running out of the building, and then suddenly this guy's like flying through the air. He fucking leaps on one of them like a fucking cheetah.
Dude, if you want to
Ah.
work out though, those trampoline parks. Oh my Jesus!
Yeah, man. I've never been to one. They look fun.
Like after I went on one, my leg, I was literally like waddling because my legs hurt so much. I'm like, oh, this isn't good for fat people.
No, it's not.
Oh, it hurts.
Exact opposite.
Yeah, it hurts. Any type of even fit people. I've seen fit people go and because they're jumping from thing to thing to thing and they're done. They're like, oh, wow, this is harder than I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're using a lot of muscles, my guy.
Like gymnasts are no joke, man. They're fucking some buff motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Toned, not buff. Toned.
Do you have anything, Schroeder? That's all I got before James goes into the good old Games
Just been
Plus.
enjoying you guys.
I enjoy you all the time.
Mm.
Actually, that Chuck E. Cheese piece I forgot about. I was gonna say something about it. I'm glad you picked it up. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, aw. So, James, let's get into the annual weekly news conference of gaming.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the New Game Plus Expo first, or do you want to talk about the Pokemon controversy thing, the thing that no one likes?
Let's do the Pokemon one. Do the big one for last.
All right, you guys remember how last week the head of Pokemon company was like, "Hey, we got a super secret announcement coming up."
Yeah.
And we're going to reveal it next week. And everyone was like, "Oh my god, what is it?" And people were going, "Oh, maybe they're remaking Diamond and Pearl and more Black and White and all this other cool stuff." Well, it starts off with that Pokemon Cafe mix is out now. I have it downloaded, haven't played it yet. They have a nice little montage of people playing Pokemon and being together and being happy. And then we see Pokemon Unite. Now, are you guys... Have you guys seen anything on Pokemon Unite? Have you guys
No.
been on
I've seen
Twitter
nothing.
or anything like that?
My girlfriend bitched at me about it, but
It's a fucking MOBA.
yo,
Really?
It's a Pokemon League of Legends clone by our favorite company in the world,
Okay.
Tencent.
yo,
Tencent's making it. So let me just say real quick, it's being made by Tim Studios, which is owned by Tencent. Let me just say real quick, at the time that I watched this the day after it happened, like that night. The like to dislike ratio on the YouTube VOD was insane. 4.3 thousand upvoted, 6.2 thousand downvoted. So it's going to be 5v5. Your available Pokemons are Blastoise, Venusaur, Gengar, Machamp, Lucario, Charizard, Snorlax, Clefable, Pikachu, of course, and Talonflame. And so what you do is you catch wild Pokemon on the field to score points. So in other MOBAs, you capture different areas or destroy different towers and that kind of stuff. This one, you catch wild Pokemon and bring it essentially to different score areas. Pokemon will evolve as they level up. So Blastoise starts off as Squirtle, Venusaur starts off as my boy Bulbasaur, etc. You get to choose what moves the Pokemon learns throughout their leveling up process. The game's got alts. It's going to be free to start. It's going to be on Switch, iOS, and Android. It's going to feature crossplay out of the gate, and more details will be coming in the future. So yeah, that's the thing that made a lot of Pokemon fans really upset. And I remember seeing a tweet the night before. Someone jokingly said, "So help me God if they announce a Pokemon MOBA."
And bam!
So,
There it is.
bam, a Pokemon MOBA. The big announcements, though, that they had this week, the big event, was the New Game Plus Expo. The New Game Plus Expo is showing off games from both North America and Japan. This was 99% Japan. I think there's only one non-Japanese game in here.
That's funny.
So it starts off with Catherine Full Body is coming to the Switch on July 7th. Then they talked about a new Harvest Moon game. More Harvest Moon. It's called Harvest Moon One World. You know, 3D
always nice
isometric
games.
camera. Great cel-shaded graphics. There's multiple seasons. You grow vegetables as well as raise livestock. Coming out fall 2020 for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. They talked about Tin and Kuna, which is a 3D puzzle platformer, I think. You get this character that looks like a water bug, or as I like to call them, roly-polies, that kind of roll up into the ball, and you basically just hop around, fight enemies, and platform. That's coming out fall 2020 for the Xbox One, Steam, Switch, and PS4. Then we got Billion Road by Bandai Namco, or Bamco as I call them. It's a board game. You roam around Japan. You got weird boss fights. The goal, think of Life,
Yeah.
but more Japanese. The goal is to make the most money. It's available right now on Steam and the Nintendo Switch.
I'm looking up the next one. What the fuck? Oh
I
my
have
God.
never been more confused in my life. You guys,
Oh.
okay, have you guys ever seen the video Crab Battle?
Mm-mm.
It's the the
Crab
dude with
Battle.
Isn't it just like the crab that had a knife in his hand?
No, it's a
Ah, okay.
flash animation from Newgrounds, where it's Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3 going, Crab Battle! And he's fucking knife fighting a crab. So my very first thing is Crab Battle! So, Jeff, I think you would really enjoy this. You should look up Fight Crab, right now on
I
your
will.
stream.
I'm doing it.
So, there's like I have so many questions. There's crabs with swords.
Seen this.
Different. I put a weapon just to brass Metal Gear, and that's what it is. There's different types of crabs, different types of weapons. There's apparently fucking tanks in it. There's crabs on mopeds. Nani the fuck? There's a crab riding a seal. Crabs with lightsabers. The goal is to knock other crabs on their backs for 3 seconds to win. It's coming out July 30th for Steam. Also,
Oh.
Steam and Switch.
We're fucking getting
versions
this.
Apparently, both versions are published by completely different companies, which was weird.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so that I saw that and that was a acid trip and a half.
Watching it right now. This looks amazing. Gotta find a spot on the screen to put it. I'll just put it in the corner.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Jeff's
Look at that! Oh my God, he's got. Have you guys seen this video? The preview to it. This looks crazy. Walker, I think you've been trying to get one of these in Ark. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna watch the trailer right now.
Got a lightsaber. I got it on my stream right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the pictures of it. I just saw a fucking crab with a knife. I was like, oh my god, what can I think of next?
How do you control the? Is it VR?
No, it's probably mouse and keyboard or controller.
Okay, it looks like a game that would be good for VR. I know, right? It's gonna be 60.
Yeah.
This shit looks ridiculous.
All right.
You
So,
grab-
so
Oh my
July
god.
30th, we're gonna we're gonna do.
Okay.
Well, would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Yeah,
It's
on,
weird because it looks like the way that the claws are moving, it would be like a VR, like it's your hands.
It
Yeah.
looks like something like Octodad.
Yeah. Almost like that, or it
Probably, I don't know how it would work.
has to be
They're on
something you
scooters.
have to use like 2 different buttons. I'm assuming that one controls one controls the other, because they look like they're moving separately.
I don't
That's
know,
fucking
man.
insane.
All I know about that was I just kind of sat back and watched and just typed out my reactions to it.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Looks like gold.
I fucking love it.
10 out of
Oh, what
10.
else- What else we got?
Next thing they showed off was
It says we can play this.
Bushido Cross Chivalry. So, Samurai Shodown Cross For Honor DLC. Warden from For Honor is going to be on Samurai Shodown. That was a shocker. Okay. So, a reoccurring theme in this event, this wonderful event, is there's a lot of visual novels out there. For those who don't know about visual novels, they're usually like $60 or $70 games where you just press A.
Yep.
And just read through a story. Let's take a look at ReZero Starting Life in Another World, The Prophecy of the Throne. Based off of the hit anime series and manga series that features Felix, everyone's favorite trap. The royal selection has been delayed. Oh no! God, what will we do? Oh no. It's apparently it's an original story supervised by the creators of the series. Coming out winter for Steam, PS4, and Switch.
They got a day 1 edition of this game that you can pre-order on BestBuy.com. Comes with 4 specialized pins and
Wait, of ReZero, really?
yeah, looking at it right now.
Really? Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the day 1 edition.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's
how much
fucking
is
funny.
it? $60?
$60.
Wow, I'm surprised that's cheap for a visual novel. Fallen Legion Revenants is a game where you fight against a madman and monsters. Where you have 2 characters, one named Lucian, who is a desperate politician who longs for change and can summon heroes of legends, and Rowena, a powerful spirit seeking to save her only family. The thing about this game is, you remember the game Adventure Quest that Nate James doesn't shut up about? Remember the game? You guys remember those old Flash games?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
this game looks like. It looks like it might use active time battle. It's got stealth segments. It looks like garbage. It's coming out early 2021 for PS4 and Switch. Pre-order now to get a mini art book and digital soundtrack.
Didn't know that did that.
There's the
Yeah.
Next thing is they announced a new thing for the Neo Geo Pocket Color Collection, which I didn't even know was a thing. King of Fighters R2 is coming to the Neo Geo Pocket Collection in July for the Switch, joining games like Samurai Shodown 2 and SNK Gal Fighters.
I like it.
More games coming this summer. The Legends of Hero Trails of Cold, or the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 is the next game they announced. It's the last game in the series. It's going to be the largest cast in series history, coming out for PS4 on October 27th and Switch and PC in 2021.
Dude, the Switch is like I feel like 90% of the games are for the Switch are these types of like Chinese animated games, Japanese animated games.
Yeah.
There's a lot
yeah.
of them,
There's
dude.
a
They
lot
must
of 'em.
be super easy to produce.
Well, I mean, visual novels are stupid cheap to produce.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
They have a visual novel on the Switch that's like $80.
Really?
Goddamn dollars.
Jesus.
Also, the Switch I hear is really easy to port stuff to, so that also helps. And the Switch sells like.
What is this
hotcakes.
called? Legend of Heroes.
Legend of Heroes
Cold Steel.
Trails of Cold Steel 4.
And this is one of those novels you were talking about?
No, this isn't. No, this is just an
Okay.
JRPG.
All right.
But we may not have a visual novel yet. But we have Dead End Request 2. Has very gothic
Good one, huh?
architecture. Reminds me of like oldie London. Yeah, fight monsters. It's
Dead
a
End
horror
what?
RPG. What?
Dead End what?
Fight monsters.
No, what's
No.
the name of it?
Oh, Death End semicolon Quest 2.
Jesus Christ.
You
What up?
play as 2 lollies and 1 big-titted anime GF.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So,
looking at it now.
They have a
Yeah, I'm
limited
pulling it up.
edition. And holy shit, you get a lot in the limited edition for $99.
Really?
You get the standard game, steel game case, hardcover art book, official soundtrack, Wordsworth dorm bag, Dead End Request 1.5 novel, trading card, reversible cover sleeve, and a collector's box.
Nice.
That's coming out August 25th for PS4 and Steam. One game I'm really excited about is Idol Manager.
Oh boy.
Hey, this is a question I'm sure all of us have asked ourselves at one point in our life.
What is with these games? They're all the same.
I know we've all asked ourselves, man, I really wish I could run an Idol band dynasty.
Of course.
Well, hey, now you can in Idol Manager. You cut it's a
Man.
fucking management sim. It's a management sim with some dating sim elements. It's coming out in 2020. That is a gigantic ass fly on my screen.
Where do
Holy
you
shit,
find these games, dog?
the New Game Plus Expo. That's where I find them.
That is true.
You
Oh
you
my
really
God.
do. You stumble across some of the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Next we have Trigger, one of my favorite games of all time, no joke. Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. It's the 10th anniversary of the series. So Danganronpa, for those who don't know, who are uneducated swines,
Well, you can throw me into that because is it Remuda? Donga Remuda?
Danganronpa
Rampa.
is
When I found it
Is it-
easier, I
even
pulled up his
spell this.
news. I pulled up his
Just
news,
copy and
and I'm
paste.
copying and pasting the name of the title into Google.
That's
Because
what
I can't
should be
fucking,
doing.
I can't
I
fucking
can't find
spell
any
any of
of these
these.
things. Trigger
Alright,
Happy
so-
Havoc trailer. Duggan Ram.
Dog and Rampa.
Danganronpa.
Oh, it's got an end in it.
Danganronpa is a child murder simulator.
Oh my gosh.
Danganronpa. Okay, so Danganronpa is you ever play Phoenix Wright?
No.
You ever play the Phoenix Wright games? All right.
I've
so,
heard of them. I've never played them though.
You guys ever see like CSI?
Yeah.
Blood,
you know how
violence,
they have to go
language.
around and be like, "That's some evidence. This person murdered that person. You're guilty."
Yeah.
That's what 90% of this game is. So, you're in a school, you're in a high school, and kids just got left and right, just murdered, straight up dead, super fucking dead, like never coming back. And there's this weird bear that's controlling all of this, and if you want to leave, you have to murder someone, but not get caught by your peers.
Okay.
Just like in real life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
really, just like in real life. And there's like this whole trial thing. So you have to, it's two parts of the game. There's one part where it's just first person running around and picking up clues and getting to know all these characters that are gonna die and just get emotionally hurt because your favorite fucking character's the first one to get got. So you go around and you pick up these clues, and then you get into the next segment of the game, which is the trial. Basically, it's a bunch of people pointing fingers at each other, going, "You fucking did it! I know you did it! You did it, you son of a bitch!" And you have
Your
to
timing on this is perfect.
You have to. Yeah,
On this video I'm
you
watching.
have to. You have to shoot people with truth bullets.
I fucking love it.
And hey,
It's
if
like
you get the
Skyfall a little
person-
bit.
Yeah, if you successfully discover the person who killed your classmate, congratulations, they die, and then you get to keep on living. But if you guess wrong, hey, everyone dies except for the person who
Actually
murdered the
did it.
person, and they get to leave.
It's a
Okay.
heavy game.
Long story short, there's
It's-
4 Danganronpa games. Play every single one of them. They're top tier, 100% games. Well, it's the 10th anniversary of the series. Apparently, 99% of the creator's Instagram followers are outside of Japan, so that's pretty cool. One day, he wants to learn English and move abroad. And you kind of don't want to do that right now. My man said to install... Okay, so apparently it's coming to iOS. It's out now on iOS and Android, the first game. So you know damn well I'm going to be downloading that soon. But my man said, the creator of the game said, to install on strangers' phones to help get the word out. Bet.
Perfect.
I'm gonna fucking do that.
I'm just gonna sit at a bus stop and just.
Hey, give me your phone really quick.
Yeah. Let me see your phone. I want to download Danganronpa.
Just have rubber gloves on. You're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. I am going to save this next game for the end because boy howdy, this game.
I'm looking at the notes for it. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, boy howdy. The next game is Escape from Asura. They showed a lady and that's it. They said they made it as a big thing. They're like, here's an exclusive sneak preview for the next game by this company. And I'm like, oh, sick, bet, let's do it. Let's watch it. And then no shit, it's just a drone, footage from a drone just flying in on a lady for like 7 seconds, and that's it.
Is it the lady like in the woods?
She's like underneath an overpass.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's the entire trailer.
Okay.
It was no shit 7 seconds long. I timed it. What a fucking preview. It's coming out 2021 for PS4 and Switch.
That's,
Next
no, keep going.
next game is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. The hit sequel to the prequel sort of Bloodstained Symphony Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, I think it's called.
It's an 8-bit game.
Yeah.
Look at
First one,
that.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, was a Kickstarter goal, I do believe, that made an entirely new prequel based around this universe. Uses the same 8-bit art style that is very Castlevania 3-like.
Yeah, I've seen that. It looks like fucking like Mega Man from the Nintendo.
Kinda, yeah. Where Bloodstained, the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a Castlevania Symphony of the Night clone. I don't want to clone. Let's just put it like that. Fuck it. I'm gonna get chewed out anyway. This one is more of like Castlevania 3. You have 4 unique characters. You got Zangetsu, who's a sword-wielding exorcist. Dominique, an exorcist sent by the church who uses a spear. Robert, a sharpshooting soldier, and he has different kind of firearms. And Haichi, a corgi that controls magic armor.
I like it.
You can quick swap between any of the characters at any time, and it's coming soon for Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and Steam. We got to see gameplay of Guilty Gear Strive. Hell yeah! It's using the Unreal Engine, and the game looks absolutely fucking gorgeous. This is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. It looks absolutely beautiful. And it also has one of the...
game.
Yeah. It also has one of the... Yo, if you... like, Guilty Gear, you're on like a whole nother level if you can master Guilty Gear. That is insane. Yo, if you could do Roman cancels, like, your IQ's, like, already, like, up here. You got, like, a genius IQ. They were playing throughout the entire trailer the song Smell of the Game, which is such a great song. I put, man, look at all these cool moves I'll never be able to pull off. You can knock players into other parts of the arena. It's coming out early 2021 for PS4, and it will use, quote, innovative net code for the online. Innovative.
That's the most innovative.
Innovative.
Exactly.
Innovative.
Next game they showed off was Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail, as we all know, is the very popular manga and anime.
Yep.
It goes between the Grand Magic Games arc and the Tartos arc.
Bunch of
If
dudes
anyone
with their
wants-
shirts off and 6-packs and girls with big boobs.
If anyone wants to explain to me what the Grand Magic Games arc and the Tartos arc is, please let me know. You
No
got
idea.
16 playable characters. You got explosive great magic spells. I've never seen Fairy Tail, so I have no idea. You can create your own original team, power-up moves. It looks just like Jump Force. You can get turned at the bar. There's a lot of fan service, and it's by Tecmo Koei. Coming out
Nice.
July 31st for PC, PS4, and Switch. Next game is something I actually own.
That was Fairy Tail. I just looked
yeah.
it up as a comic book series for 11 years.
Yeah, it's been
spanned
around
from-
for a while.
2006. The last comic was done in 2017.
Ain't no JoJo though. For damn
Nope.
sure. Next thing they showed off was Samurai Shodown Neo Geo Collection. This actually I own, and it's all right. It's not bad. It's not perfect. Basically, you get Samurai Shodown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 special, and 5 perfect, all in one great little package. 5 perfect was never released, and it's all based off of the original Neo Geo ROMs. It's going to use rollback netcode for the online multiplayer. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, rollback netcode, for those who don't know, is a way of the game predicting your inputs, and if it doesn't get the desired results, it rolls the game back to a previous state and then performs that action. It's
That's
weird.
pretty cool.
A lot of people don't like rollback netcode. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, from, just concept art to interviews with the staff to really intense pro matches, and a music player. Limited Run Games is making a physical edition. Comes with the game, a shock box with reversible cover, reproduction MVS box, commemorative mini Neo Geo cartridge, official soundtrack, and art book. You can pre-order it now. It's coming out on July 28th for PS4 and Switch, and it is out right now on the Epic Games Store. I played it on the Epic Games Store because it was free, and man, is that audio quality garbage.
Oh, I bet.
Well, no, it's like worse than what the Neo Geo sounded like.
Really?
Yeah, no, this is a bad port.
Ugh.
At least audio-wise, bad port. Pio Fiore, Faded Memories is the next game. I call back to the one game that we're going to talk about last, so I'm just going to skip over this. Hey, you guys are hip and cool young females. Right? You're a young female who just, probably moved out, and you fall into the middle. Your name is Lily, by the way. Hi, Lily. Lily, and I'm Lily. You fall into the middle of 3 crime organizations trying to fight for control of Verone City.
And the Cheese Empire.
Exactly.
Probably, actually. Now, you have to fuck one of the heads of these mafia families. It's coming out fall 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. Neptunia Virtual Stars. Oh, God. Hyperdimension Neptunia is definitely a series of things that I would prefer to forget. Game
Hey, look at that.
industry's
It's another
goddess and
animated chick.
Idols unit. Yeah, it's a third-person shooter that uses anime GFs. It's also got rhythm game segments, and it's coming out for 2021 and PS4. Do you guys want to sleep tonight? Do you guys
Yeah,
wanna
I hope
be able to
so.
fall asleep? Yeah, don't
You already
look
know
up
I'm not
Pretty
going to.
Do not look up Pretty Princess Party if you want to sleep. That's a cue to look up Pretty Princess Party.
When I Google it, it's just a bunch of princesses.
Look up Pretty Princess Nintendo Switch.
This is
Pretty
going to
Princess Party.
destroy my freaking. No.
Well,
It's gonna destroy my YouTube algorithm.
oh yeah, no, it's
Oh,
not
it's
gonna
nothing.
fuck it up.
It's nothing. I'm looking at it now.
All right.
What is it called?
So,
I don't know.
First thing
Pretty
that I say,
Princess Party.
Yes.
Switch
Yes.
game.
Oh, Switch. Okay.
It literally is what it sounds like. It's just you're a princess.
Okay, there you go.
No,
Look at how
I'm
terrifying
done
those
looking
people
this
are.
up.
Walker, I'm looking at your stream. Look at how terrifying those character models are. They're horrifying.
They look like those
Looks like a-
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah, it looks like a Bratz game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It
look
looks
like little Bratz dolls.
horrifying.
They fucking have huge ass eyes.
Yeah.
Pink,
It's got
blue,
ugly
green,
ass-
and yellow.
Enough of
Ugly
this.
art style. You play as a princess. Just a fucking dress-up game with over 1,300 types of unique items to customize your room. There's 6 different princess lesson mini games. You got rabbit butlers. Everyone's a rabbit except for you. You coming out fall 2020 for the Nintendo Switch, and it's guaranteed to be the ultimate princess adventure.
That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I see that there's things I'm guessing where you gotta hit a button and you dance and you do a little shuck and jive.
It's God. Well, I mean, don't you know that the
Hey, for
ultimate
that
princess adventure
7-year-old
know.
girls who play it, sure, why not?
or like
For
the
your kids, guys.
45-year-old people,
Yeah.
the 45-year-old men who have to I don't know, like review it or
If
something.
they want to
like,
be
I
a
feel bad. I feel bad for the person at IGN that's forced. That's here, this is the game you're reviewing this week.
Hey Tim, you gotta play this. I don't
Like, wait,
want.
what? It's walking
Yeah, but
through
you gotta.
walking through the mall playing it because he's doing a beta test for it, and a bunch of people walk by and they see him playing a princess game. They're like, okay, walk away from that guy.
Yeah. Next game they talked about is Shiren the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate. You play as Shiren the Wanderer and his companion Copa. It's got a nice little 16-bit art style. You try to conquer the Tower of Fortune. The dungeons change every time you play, so it switches up, keeps everything fresh. When you die, you lose everything. So it's one of those wonderful roguelites. It's
like
top-down RPG. Other players can revive you. There's bonus dungeons coming out 2020 for Steam and Switch. All right. Lightning round. Let's go, baby. We got Shantae and the Seven Sirens out now. Legends of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, June 30th.
The fuck name is this?
Void Trilum parentheses semicolon / Void Terrarium. Coming out July 14th. Giraffe and Anika coming out August 25th. Volta X coming out this summer. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim coming out September 8th. RPG Maker MV coming out this fall. Prinny 1-2 Exploded and Reloaded August 13th. Robotics Notes Double Pack coming out October 13th. Mad Rat Dead coming out October 30th. Taisomachi coming out in 2020, and Bright Memory coming out in 2020.
I like it.
And then I really hate that name, the Void Terrarium.
I just looked that up. There's a chick with a crystal hanging out of her eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very interesting. Actually, looks like
Yeah.
something's coming out of her eye.
Yeah, that's the game that I saw. It's weird. The last game they showed off in the conference, but not the last game that we're talking about, is Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. So it starts off with anime man running in castle. He meets anime woman with sword. And then we find out it's a new Ys game. Anime woman shoots anime man with gun, then anime man gets new clothes. You can tell where I was, how burnt out I was during this. It takes place in the prison city of Balduke. It's a prison city, so it sounds like a nice place. Anime man is named Adol the Red. You get new allies. It's a fast-paced RPG or action RPG coming out in 2021 for PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Now, let's talk about the game that's kept me up at night for a while since I learned about it. Let's talk about Cafe Enchanté.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, visual novels, am I right, guys? Am I right, guys? We're all hip young Japanese women. We're into this stuff. So, you play as Kotone Awaki. Or Awakai. There we go. Kotone Awakai. She is the new manager of Cafe Enchanté. It is a cafe that your grandfather created and inherits it to you. It is apparently a cafe that is a meeting spot for creatures from another world. You got characters like Meister Rex, who is a cheating demon king. Caneas Espada, the gentle headless knight. Il Fado del Rey, the otome-loving fallen angel. Ignis Carbunculus, the bold softy demon beast. Karu Rindo, the mature special agent.
Fucking my eyes are watering right now.
Everyone wants to fuck Kotone.
Of course.
It's coming out fall 2020 for the Nintendo Switch.
Japanese people take gaming to a different level.
They really do. It's all like the same concept too. It's
It
all
is.
sex, boobs, and dudes with their shirts off.
Yeah.
It pays the bills.
Yeah, it does. It pays the bills. It's cheap. It pays the bills. You know, it pertains to us, their major demographic.
That is true.
You know, we're all,
Oh my
young
God.
adult female Japanese people. You know,
Fucking love it.
we're all,
Read my mind.
like probably ages between like 16 and like 25. You know,
Yep.
so like I mean, it's perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the game for us.
It's hentai without the nudity. You gotta imagine
Pornography is very strict in Japan. Let me just say that right now.
Okay.
Oh, my eyes are watering. That was awesome.
You got, like, days of us having look at the Sears catalog. Yeah, that never left Japan. Those days never left Japan. All right, so that was the New Game Plus Expo, and that was sure was a thing.
It sure was something. Thank you very much, James, for doing that. That was very much
get a medal?
appreciated.
I
You
couldn't
do.
imagine anybody else doing it any better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, none of us could. The voice
do I
is
get a-
everything.
Do
You
I get a
guys would have been
medal
like,
for
I got an
this?
assignment for you, Jeff. And we all know how that would have probably ended.
Oh
I didn't
man.
have to pull straws. Like, I just volunteered for this. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Princess Game
I
probably
didn't
would
think
not have been
90%
involved.
Of this was gonna be visual novels.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
was excited
that
to see
actually works.
Japanese games.
That was some good
Oh, they
shit.
sure go hard, man. They sure do
Yeah,
go
they do.
hard.
Hey man, when you got a visual novel, when you have to release a visual novel every week, you know, man, like,
That's true.
you gotta go, man.
Is that all we got?
I'm all
Thank
good
God,
to
I
go.
hope so. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God.
Let's get into some quick releases, shall we?
Yeah, speaking of Japan, A Summer with the Shiba Inu is coming out for the Switch on the 26th. This is up until July 5th. We're in
Yeah.
July already?
Oh, by the way,
What the hell?
before. Oh no, keep going. We'll finish. I'll do that later. Keep going.
Okie dokie. We also got Tower of Time coming out on the 26th for the Xbox One. Then we have Blaster Master Zero coming out for the PS4, and Blaster Master Zero 2 coming out for the PS4 on the 29th. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 comes out for the Switch on the 30th. Little Town Hero comes out for the PC on the 30th. Hunting Simulator 2, Mark, comes out for the PS4, Xbox One, and probably Steam on the 30th. Strikers 1945 3 comes out on the PC on the 30th. Then on July 1st, we have Trackmania. On July 2nd, we have Moonray coming out for the PC. The Ottoman Empire coming out for PC and Xbox One. That fucking name. Keen, One Girl Army coming out for the Switch on the 2nd. Then we have Clash Force coming out for the Xbox One and Switch on the 3rd. Demolish and Build coming out for the Xbox One on the 3rd. Marvel's Iron Man VR coming out for the PS4 on the 3rd. And
I'm looking at it.
Alphadia Genesis coming out for the Xbox One on
I like
the
it.
3rd. Back to you guys.
Appreciate it, Sir James. For movie-wise, they're continuing their trend of re-releasing old movies to new 4K Blu-ray. For those who liked Airplane back in the early
shit.
80s,
Airplane's great.
it is coming out on the 30th, Blu-ray and 4K. So that is pretty much.
Oh no, Mark. The Hunting Simulator 2 comes out on the PC on the 16th. Darn. Shit. What are we gonna
Thanks.
play then? God.
The only other big thing is on the 3rd, for those who ever wanted to see the Broadway play Hamilton, now is your chance. It is being released onto Disney Plus on July 3rd. And it's actually the play. I just watched the trailer of it. They essentially recorded the actual Broadway play and putting it on Disney Plus.
Nice.
So that's
That's
actually
awesome.
pretty fucking cool. Alexander Hamilton. For those who are unfamiliar, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. He is a phenomenal singer, writer, curator. Will be released on the 3rd. I'll be watching that. I think that'll be cool. Well, that's all I got. So where can we find you? Where can we see you? What are you gonna be doing? We'll start the same loops, James.
Well, you can find me playing Last of Us 2 and then other things at twitch.tv/People8Studios. One of these days, I'll get around to uploading part 3 of Last of Us Part 2 on youtube.com/People8Studios. I was doing good for a while. Now I don't have any videos to upload, so guess I need to stream more. And then you can follow me on Twitter at PeopleIHate10. Walker.
For myself, as always, you can at CaptainGeach15 on all the social medias. Hopefully by next Sunday, I will have beaten Final Fantasy VII. I did forget, despite having off on Saturday. Saturday is the 4th of July. So I do not know what I will be doing that day. So for anyone
Playing
who's
Final
listening,
Fantasy VII.
yeah, that's true. I probably honestly won't be doing anything. We can't set off fireworks because our mountain's on
you-
fire. So,
You should just stream that. Just put the camera right there, and
I need to.
you probably could do like that woke thing and just put the fucking camera just staring out your window, dude. People would
need
watch
to.
it.
105,000 acres have been burned, and only 45% of it's tamed. Not tamed, contained.
Tame's a good way of wording it.
Only tamed. Fucking arc. I'll be playing that. I found some little creatures that you can put on your back that I want to tame. They actually glow, and one looks like an owl. That's pretty cool. They're in this game. They're in this game. I was actually gonna send you guys a picture of it. Yeah, one is called the Featherlight and the Glowlight.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get
So-
those in those floating island areas.
Yep. So you can tame those. I'll be doing that and playing that. Playing mediocre content on Apex Legends. Because that event's only for a couple more days. But that's pretty much about it for myself. What about you, Mark?
If I ever make anything, you can watch me do that on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701.
Mark,
Yeah.
Mark, I watched I watched some of the videos on your original channel.
Probably
Back when
all
you're-
cancer.
Yeah, oh boy, was it an experience.
Oh yeah, they're all cringy. They're all
Just you
super
talking
cringy.
About, watching you talk about what was your things from E3 that you're Assassin's Creed Origins and Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, you were talking about how excited you were for Siege.
Those were the
Young
days, yeah.
little Mark.
That's fucking awesome.
Shit's wild. But yeah, if I ever do that, you can catch me on Twitch or YouTube at MarkDude701.
Beauteous. And at last, but of course never least, Mr. Jeff.
Yeah, man. Well, to be quite honest, if you want to keep up or keep, chat or whatever, I'll be real. Facebook is probably the main thing that I actually look at, and that's Team Splash Screen. Otherwise, every Sunday, sometimes Monday, we do this show. We have the Discord that we hang out in. Let me know if you want involved with that, if you want to join up with our ARC server, because that's where I spend most of my time. I do have a Twitter and all that other stuff, but I never look at it, so I'm not even going to plug those anymore.
You're not even gonna
I'm really
plug
not.
anymore, you're
Yeah,
done.
I'm not even going to plug it anymore. Facebook's where I hang out. Twitch is where I stream. YouTube. The YouTube, Splash Screen Gaming, always trying to grow that thing.
Yep.
But other than that, I think that's actually about it. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Discord, and the ARC server. That's pretty much where
Yep.
I'm at. So let me know if you guys want to hang out in the server or have anything to participate or to add to the conversation on our Sunday Monday thing.
Yeah.
The Level Unlocked podcast. We do appreciate the feedback.
Of course.
We also do have a Level Unlocked Facebook page as well, which we share the stream to that as well.
Yes.
But that's it. This week I'm just gonna probably be playing a little more ARC. I got to get off the damn computer chair and go do our IRL stuff
Jeff,
sometime this week.
Jeff,
What?
Thursday or Friday, let's go around to like the different card shops and stuff.
That sounds fun.
If
That'd be cool.
If they're open, if we're not in the red again.
I know, yeah.
Don't get
Don't move
bumped down
back.
in the red.
Yeah, I did stop by Gateway for just a minute. I was out and about, and I was like, oh, okay, they open at 2. And I was like, sure. It looks nice in their new building. Their new building is pretty nice.
Nice.
So, the new lady taking care of it's doing a good job. But I like that idea. We should totally do that.
That's it.
Yeah, but that's about all I got going on.
Perfect. And as always,
Nice.
for us here, you can find us Level Unlock Podcast on the Facebook, like Schroeder said, on Instagram, on YouTube. Email us levelunlockedpodcast@gmail.com, and find us always on the one and only Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And last but not least, if you are looking to become a Patreon of the show and become a master lockpicker or any of the levels, you can do that 100% at Level Unlocked Podcast by going to patreon.com first, then typing in Level Unlocked Podcast. And there you then can sign up to help support the stream, get Elon Musk on there and all the gaming celebrities in the world to come hang
Yeah.
out. Exclusive interviews with Ninja, asking him what he's going to be doing for the future. You never know; it all could happen here.
Right.
At,
Yeah, maybe we can actually get the actual information from Dr. Disrespect to find out
there you go.
what's going on.
Dude, I think
Reach
we
out
should
to him.
get Mike Myers on the podcast, like the original voice of Shrek.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
fuck,
Oh hell yeah!
fuck, that would be one hell of a show.
That'd be absolutely amazing.
No, let's get Smash Mouth on the show.
That works too. That works too. But yeah, your donations will help that happen. So if you would, you can definitely go do that at patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. And if we don't see you until next week, have an amazing 4th of July. And stay safe out there, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for your time, everybody.
What?
Bye bye.